IRA offering a contractually guaranteed 10% income bonus that grows 7% annually guaranteed. Your income can double in 10 years. Meanwhile, neither your principal nor your retirement income is ever subjected to a market downturn. Even if the market crashes by 50%, you get the 10% bonus. Your income keeps growing at 7%, and your principal may grow without losses, uncapped. You go up with the index, never down, forward, never back. Get a 10% income bonus with a 7% contractually guaranteed growth rate. I compare over 1,200 annuities with a fiduciary duty and can help you retire and stay retired.
Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so compare with leading annuity authority Steve Jurich now. Visit IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com.
Uncertain times can lead to fearful investing, which could leave you in a bad spot, especially if you're trading on emotion. When tumult opens and closes the market, you need sound advice.
Hello, I'm Mo Ansari, host of Market Wrap and president of Compact Asset Management. If fear has you in its grips, it's time to take a look at your investments. At Compact Asset Management, we specialize in providing complete wealth management solutions to help you reach your financial goals, no matter where the market goes. Dial pound 250 in your cell phone and say talk to Mo for a free portfolio review. We will also discuss how we can work together to create your customized retirement plan. Call pound 250 on the cell phone and say talk to Mo, and let us help you take the fear out of your portfolio. Again, call pound 250 on the cell phone and say talk to Mo.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor, funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA, SIPC.
As we plan for our retirement, there are 4 questions we need to ask ourselves or our retirement planning advisor. How much? How long? How safe? And what cost? Let's start with how much. That is, how much income we think we'll need each and every year for the rest of our lives, including all the activities we want to enjoy during our retirement, like travel, recreation, and entertainment. Plus the cost of housing, including repair and maintenance, taxes, insurance, and utilities, as well as the cost of healthcare, including expenses not covered by Medicare.
Enjoy safe, secure lifetime income of 5 to 9% for life, depending on age and deferral period, with no fee deductions and no annuitizing. Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so let's compare free in Scottsdale. For more, visit IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com.
KQFN Tempe, also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 Robert Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Tuesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose there in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as I broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studio in Scottsdale. And did I just say I? I'm not even there.
Yes.
I'm here.
Yes.
Randy, you're not there.
No,
you're there.
I'm here. Yeah.
Keon is not even there. He's in the control room. So nobody's broadcasting live from the Harman Solar Studio.
I mean, technically, he's in the same building as, so.
Yeah, but he's not in the Harman Solar Studio, is he? He's in the control room of the Harman Solar Studio.
Connected to it, I suppose. Yeah.
I didn't realize that my location was a separate location from the Harman Solar Studios.
Well, where are you right now, Keon?
I'm in the control room.
Exactly.
Is that not encompassed?
Nope.
I got a Harman Solar sign right here.
You're not in the studio. You're in the Harman Solar control room.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, technically,
there's a glass. I'm touching the.
I feel like truth in broadcasting is an important thing. Mm-hmm. And I think that we need to be truthful about some things, because Big George is out there on the Twitterverse right now posting a story about how, oh my God, they cured cancer. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's probably a true story. Take a look at the link. It's not a reputable source of news. So calm down there, George. You're gonna give a lot of people who are dealing with the big C, false hope or anger at you. I don't think I'd have posted that. Anyway, so yeah, a little truth in broadcasting never hurt nobody. Soon we will be back in the studio. Soon. It's not even about COVID no more. Now it's about the monkeypox.
Yeah,
now it's the monkeypox?
Yeah, the first case of monkeypox was reported in Maricopa County. It's some dude in his 30s. He's in isolation. He's recovering. And they say, hey, monkeypox is a kind of a less serious form of smallpox. No, not chickenpox, smallpox. And I don't know if you know your history, but that should make your anus twinge a little bit when you hear the words small and pox together. So just saying.
Damn near killed him.
Yeah, so now I got to deal with the monkeypox, but it's not even really the monkeypox. It's really the gas prices. That's really that's a big reason right there. Keon lives like right down the street from the place. We both have to drive 45 plus minutes to get to the radio station. So truth, just telling truth, more truthiness. I'll give you some truthiness, and then we'll move on to the silliness. A little more truthiness. I will not be on the show for a while.
There are so many texters right now that are going to start texting into the text line going, oh, what else is new?
Yeah, well, here it's a work release. It was not available for my prison sentence. So I have to go serve it. And then when I'm done, I'm just kidding. That's a lie. See, truth in broadcasting is important. No, I got to go do some stuff for our sister station in Palm Springs. And when I'm done, I'll be back. There's just a whole lot of stuff that has to do with that. So you guys are out there going, oh, Jeffrey, taking time off again. Well, guess what? I'll be working probably more hours during this next couple of weeks than I do generally in any day of any week otherwise. And I work a lot of hours those weeks. We're talking 16 plus hour days to get something done that I need to do there. But, Randy and Keon will be here. I'll get you through, so everybody's fine. King of Kitten says, I'm ready to fill in. Have we ever heard him talk?
King of Kittens?
Yeah, he came up to me at the Phoenix Open, I believe, and I'd never heard him speak. So
does he have a good speaking voice? Is it radio gold?
I'm saying I never heard him speak. He came up and he's like, hey, and I can't remember. He says, am I going to be on radio in Palm Springs? No, that would be like going backwards. I'm on radio here. No, it's just helping take care of some stuff. That's all there is to it. Raven Kid says, Jeffrey's not going to be on the show, so can I take over? Well, he is owed a week. Raven Kid is owed.
I thought it was a day.
Is it a day. He's owed a day of being on the show, but I thought I was going to be there when it happened. But hey, Raven Kid, if you want to take one of those days as your day that is owed to you, we can talk about it, I guess. But so I'm going to be gone for a bit. I got to stay there until the job is done, and then I'll be back and, stuff like that. So there's all the truth I can. Anybody else have any truthy things they want to share with anyone?
I've got nothing right now. Keon, how about you?
No, I don't have anything either.
Oh, look at you guys. I live my life in truth. Yeah. Some people would say, wait a minute. Are you taking over for Joe Madden? I've got the same kind of beard these days, a lot of gray in my my stubble, but no. Los Angeles Angels have fired the Joe Madden, and now Phil Nevin is filling in. Kind of seems like unnecessary. Why would they fire Joe Madden? Like any of this is his fault, really? Or is it his fault? Has the game just passed him by, Randy?
Well, I don't know that the game's passed him by, and Joe is up there. I think he's in his 70s now. And this team is not performing up to what they expected. The Angels spent a lot of money in the offseason, and they were looking for results. Ohtani is in a slump. Mike Trout is in a slump. I think he's won for like 28 or something like that in his past a few games, and he's not performing. The entire team is not performing. Thor's getting it is a slump, and sometimes
losing streak.
Well, exactly. But before they lose too much more ground in the American League West, they want to make sure that they don't fall into third and somebody else take.
What will Phil Nevin do different?
Well, it's a different voice, different philosophy. I don't know that he's going to change a whole lot, but he has a different approach than Joe Madden does. He's not Joe Madden. He's Phil Nevin. So he's not going to have like zany, crazy travel days where everybody dresses up, as the Blues Brothers, or he's going to have, the Anaheim Zoo bring in, snakes and exotic creatures to the locker room before he's not Joe Madden. He doesn't do that sort of thing. So he'll run the organization the way he does it. And I'm sure he'll do a very good job of it. So we'll just have to see.
I tend to agree with you. I just think the team starts 21-11. They're dealing with some injuries. Taylor Ward, Anthony Rendon. It just seemed like a matter of two of their best players are in a slump, and they've got some other guys injured. And if those guys get healthy, and Ohtani and Trout can get back on track, with the length of a Major League Baseball season, this just seems a little early, right? Like that's just a panic button.
You should have given him some more time.
Well, and it's like what they did in Philadelphia. I mean, they got rid of Girardi in Philadelphia and turned it over. And look, Philadelphia is like 3-0 under their interim manager. So sometimes teams will do this. Yes, I see what you're saying, Keon, and I agree with what you're saying, because it is a bit early for teams to start turning it off. But you got to remember, you don't want to start losing a bunch of games, 15, 20 games. You don't want to lose a bunch of games and find yourself on the other side of the All-Star break too far out to do anything about it. That's why I think they're doing this management change now.
Here's my prediction. There will be absolutely no change in the Angels' fortunes because of this. They were, they were not losing because of Joe Madden. There's plenty of other reasons to lose. And so, I don't think this is going to be a meteoric rise to prominence. Yeah, I get it. They were 10 games above 500, a couple of weeks ago, but I don't think that's going to suddenly re-elevate them to where they were and beyond. I think this is a knee-jerk reaction. Joe Madden got done dirty, and teams have slumps. You tell me that all the time, Randy. Oh, yeah, these teams go through a slump. Talk to me after the All-Star break. Talk to me after your All-Star break. Well, this is too soon, in my opinion, to send Joe Madden back to Eddie Vedder's place to hang out.
Yes, and I agree with what you're saying. However, this is Joe Madden's third season or fourth season in Anaheim. It's either the third or the fourth season, and none of the seasons have been spectacular. The team went out and invested quite a bit of money, bringing in some talent, some pitching specifically to this team, and maybe they just feel like they don't want to head down the same path that it's been there the last three seasons.
As a Diamondbacks fan, I have just this to say to the Angels organization and all the Angels fans. Your team has just spent a bunch of money on players. What does that feel like?
Yeah.
Because we don't know. We don't know. Lacrosse guy says Radio Ron should be fired.
Why?
If he gets fired, we're all fired. Because I'm getting sent to go do some stuff other than the show, I guess. And he says, actually, now maybe we can finally do my pro lacrosse daily hour.
Daily hour?
It's never going to happen.
No.
I like lacrosse. Don't get me wrong. It's a badass sport played by badass people. Tough as can be. Put that right up there with rugby. But there's also the part where nobody cares. 888-368-1580. I hate to be it's honesty in broadcasting today. That's what this is. I know you care, lacrosse guy. And
is this an honesty day? Is something happen at the O'Brien household where you feel like this has got to be honesty day?
It's always honesty day here.
Okay.
Whether I like it or not. King Kitten says on road trips you can hear Randy doing spots in Palm Springs. Yep, he's the voice of that radio station there. Mr. Pringle says Madden canned and Lavello lost a league record 26 road games and he's still manager. It's good. It's great. Hey Angels fans, you just got rid of a manager. What's it feel like? We don't know. And here we go. Diamondbacks embarrassed as I said they would be. 7-0 Reds yesterday. They're playing here in a little bit again. And then Madison Bumgarner had himself a little baby tantrum there on the mound. They wanted Joey Votto's 800th base hit ball. And so the ump's just trying to be cool. Says, hey, can we get that ball? And he's, I like this ball. Here, take the ball. Give me another ball. I don't like this one. He throws it again. It was just the saddest thing. Bumgarner, stop. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Merzel coming over and saying, "Hey, how about that ball for Joey Votto?" Oh, the judge is stupid. It's in my beard. Can you give Bumgarner any room on this one, Randy? He's just being a douche, right?
I don't know. Bumgarner, like Randy Johnson, like some of the other great pitchers in Major League Baseball, they have an attitude when they're on the hill, and they don't like to change things up. And he probably just felt comfortable with this ball, and
the one he just let somebody get a hit on him with.
Well,
I'm so comfortable. I want another person to get a hit on this with.
Please. I mean, I don't want to make excuses because I don't know. I wasn't there, but he probably's like, get off my mound. Let's just go. Let's play.
Well, he got the loss 7-0. Thanks, Bumgarner.
See, to me, that's worse. To me, that's worse. If I'm Madison Bumgarner, I'm supposed to be the ace of this staff, and I get hung with a loss and a 7-0 shutout to one of the worst teams in baseball. I mean, to me, that's worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's karma, is what they're saying. There's a lot of karma.
It's karma. No, it's that the Diamondbacks are who I said they were.
No, for Bumgarner for being a jackass.
No, it's not just Bumgarner. It's the whole damn team. Bumgarner doesn't pitch and hit home runs. He's been taken out of the lineup, remember? Now we've got this big, highfalutin DH that's supposed to come in and make the game more fun. How many times have they been shut out this season? All right, this is the same thing I've been saying all along. Take the pitchers out of lineup, so what? You're still going to get your ass shut out. It's not Bumgarner's karma. The Diamondbacks suck.
Okay, I'm very confused by Rye Guy. Rye Guy says, what the hell? I'm very confused. You guys just came on mid-sentence at 3:10. Rome went long, I guess. Thought we started at 3. Are you listening to the app, Rye Guy? Because you may have had a glitch in your app. If you're listening to the app, that's probably what happened. You should always turn that on and off again. If you're listening to the radio, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. We started on time. People are interacting with us like we are on time. In fact, FedFan just says, welcome to my world, Lacrosse guy. Watermelon says, is Bumgarner hanging out with Kyler Murray now? So see, yeah, people have been with us the entire time. So I'm kind of thinking it's your phone there, right, guy? Might be time for
if it's the app, you got to reset that every once in a while.
Mm-hmm. But thanks for hanging with the station all day. If that's what's going on with you listening to the app, power to you and tip of the hat, buddy. 888-368-1580. Straight Striper says, you handle those boss duties, Jeffrey. And if Randy gets a big win and gets stranded again while you're in Palm Springs, what will Keon do? It'll be 3 hours of fourth down or what?
Yeah.
He's going to be like, 5, not quite 5 again.
Yeah.
For the 8th time today. I don't know what else to do.
What's my other bits? I don't know. Just don't do that to me.
Keon will be fine. Keon will be fine when Randy joins me for some beers in Palm Springs.
What?
He'll be fine.
Now you started it. Now you started speculation.
I want Keon to sweat a little bit. Just want to wait because he knows that just the slightest provocation, Randy's like, I'm out and driving down the road.
Well, bye.
Raven Kid says the app's working pretty good for me. I'm listening while doing a Diamondbacks rebuild on the Major League Baseball The Show video game.
Yeah,
it's so damn sad. It's cool you're doing that. I'm not making fun of you, Raven Kid, but it's sad. Our team is so bad. You go on a video game going, this could work, right? And then you're like, I'm going to send a copy of this to the team. Please do this. Oh, okay, sounds good. It didn't help that Hunter Green had a heck of a game yesterday, but there we are, embarrassed by the worst team in baseball, if not by record, just in general. So it's very sad. It can be worse, guys. It can always be worse. Like for the Pensacola Blues, they had the worst inning ever had by a team. Listen to this. They lost on an error, a walk, and 4 straight hit by pitch.
Wow. After 1 or 2, you got to see this trend going there. You got to, at some point, the manager or the umpire has got to make a change of pitching for that team. Dear God, he hit 4 guys in a row.
So Pensacola Blue Wahoos, they're the AA affiliate of the Florida Marlins, beat Biloxi Shuckers on Sunday 7-6. The Wahoos were like, this is the best thing that's ever happened to us. Well, the Shuckers, however, based on the following information, had the worst game in history, at least the worst inning. All right. Troy Johnson reaches on a throwing error by shortstop Cam Devney.
Okay.
Griffin Conine walks. Troy Johnson in second. Luis Alvarez Jr. hit by a pitch. Troy Johnson to third. Griffin Conine to second. Ray Patrick Ditter hit by pitch. Troy Johnson scores. Griffin Conine to third. Luis Alvarez to second. Game advisory. Mound visit.
Of course.
Kobe Fletcher Vance hit by pitch. Griffin Conine scores. Luis Alvarez to third. Ray Patrick Ditter to second. By now, you should have been another visit to the mound, but there wasn't. It was Bubba Hollins hit by pitch. And Luis Alvarez Jr. to score. It just got uglier and uglier. 4 straight batters hit by a pitch, and that's a walk-off beaning, basically.
Walk-off hit by batsman or hit by pitched.
So if you think the Diamondbacks are playing bad, at least they're not the Biloxi Shuckers.
Not far off, though.
Oh, my God. But yes, I just wanted to give you something to contrast and take away the embarrassment of the damn Diamondbacks losing to the Reds, okay? All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we have many, many things to talk about. We're going to do some NFL. We're going to talk a little bit of NBA and other assorted things. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now, you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
The Stanley Cup playoffs continuing tonight as the Eastern Conference Finals rolling on. Rangers and Lightning playing in Tampa tonight. The Rangers lead the series 2-1. So the Rangers trying to take a commanding 3-1 series lead, while the Lightning are looking to even the series up. In tonight's game, the Lightning are considered minus 178 favorites. The Rangers pay out at plus 146 if they get the win. The over-under at 5.5. The Colorado Avalanche, who have already punched their ticket to the Stanley Cup final, considered the Stanley Cup favorites, paying out at minus 230. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic.
If you're an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits and the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
At Wendy's, we make breakfast better. Like with our Breakfast Baconator. Better from top to bottom bun. Savory sausage patty? Better. Crispy oven baked bacon? Better. Fresh cracked egg? Better. The Breakfast Baconator might just be the greatest breakfast sandwich of all time. So you can keep settling for not better, or you can get a better breakfast from Wendy's. Tough choice. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's better breakfast. Participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
If you're rolling over your 401k to an IRA soon, but not sure if you want to go all in on this crazy market, here's what many retiring professionals are doing. How about a safe and secure IRA offering a contractually guaranteed 10% income bonus that grows 7% annually guaranteed? Your income can double in 10 years. Meanwhile, neither your principal nor your retirement income is ever subjected to a market downturn. Even if the market crashes by 50%, you get the 10% bonus. Your income keeps growing at 7%, and your principal may grow without losses uncapped. You go up with the index, never down, forward, never back. Get a 10% income bonus with a 7% contractually guaranteed growth rate. I compare over 1,200 annuities with a fiduciary duty and can help you retire and stay retired.
Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so compare with leading annuity authority Steve Jurich now. Visit IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic is your exclusive home for the 6-time world champion Indoor Football League's Arizona Rattlers.
All right, listen up.
Tune in to The Fanatic for all the fast-paced, hard-hitting action. Listen as the Rattlers work toward the playoffs and their 7th world championship in team history.
Let's keep it going.
Arizona Rattlers football, exclusively on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic and at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Randy, tell me if this is a true statement. You are the NASCAR racing guy, but I'm more the car guy, right? I'm more the gear. You're into cars just like me, but you're more the racing guy. I'm more just like the car guy.
I think you've probably rebuilt more motors than I have. Yeah. Okay.
So Mr. Pringle, for some reason, thinks you are the gearhead. And he knows his cars. Listen, just like Randy is the superior griller, he's the grill master general, but I'm also a high-level griller myself. But Randy, he knows his stuff on there. But when it comes to cars and fixing them and doing stuff, I'm probably going to be the guy you want to talk to on this. He says, just got word from my mechanic that I have to replace the transmission in my son's Cadillac. Ooh, well, that's about $1,800 or $3,400 right there. What year do you got, Mr. Pringle? He says, please pour me all the alcohol you have available. Must be a late model one.
Shot in a beer.
Yeah.
I mean, is it older? Are you a car guy, Mr. Pringle? Have you ever replaced a transmission? It's not that hard.
He got word from the mechanic that you have to do it. So it's not that hard. It's not that easy. You really got to have clearance to get underneath that and work on that. And sure, if you got a floor jack and some friends, you might be able to get it right into the position you want, but you almost can't do that sort of thing without a lift. So, Mr. Pringle, I'm curious what year and what model is that? Because I'm thinking you're probably $3,500, maybe more, depending on that.
Yeah.
Hey, there's the Berg. He says, did I hear Grill Master? What's up? Hey, Berg, how are you? Hey,
what's going on, Berg?
I have something just with Berg. Hold on.
Okay.
I know these stakes for our next bet. The next bet between me and the Berg.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Okay.
Berg hates mustard. He hates mustard.
Yeah.
Well documented. When he underestimated the Suns back when he was Evil Berg, and he paid the price, he had to eat a hot dog with mustard on it in our studio live on camera, and we still have the tape somewhere. But next one is going to be this Berg. Grey Poupon ice cream.
Ooh.
That is a real thing.
Ooh.
Grey Poupon ice cream. I
don't like the Grey Poupon.
I don't like the name of it.
Taste. Well, yeah, it's unfortunate. Excuse me.
Yeah.
What the hell's happening here? So here's what you got. Tastes like Grey Poupon. Got crushed up pretzels in it. Grey Poupon honey Dijon mustard swirl. You can buy pints of it at Walmart right now for a limited time. You got to go get myself a pint of that, stick it in the freezer, and that is going to be the punishment for some future Berg bet if he says, please don't bring up this ice cream. So I think that's a pretty good. Of course, you know what you do to me, Berg. You make me eat a well done steak with A1 sauce on it.
Ooh,
and I'd have to eat it.
Oh my God.
Damn.
So there you go. There's our future bet. I don't know what it's going to be about. In fact, I'll tell you what, Berg. I will let you decide what that future bet will be at that time. Could be anywhere between now and, I don't know, how long does stuff stay good in the freezer? Maybe
long time, probably.
Yeah. So Berg, that will be the stakes of a future bet. He's probably going to say nope. Good Cat says, hey, going back to yesterday's sports memorabilia discussion, I wonder if parts of the mountain are worth any money.
Excuse me?
Oh, dear God. Come on, Good Cat. Stop. The mountain. The helicopter.
Oh my God.
That's,
Oh my, stop.
Not right, Good Cat. That's not right.
No, that's bad.
There were like kids in that helicopter.
Can't do that. It's not even about too soon. It's,
it just
once
wasn't.
there's kids involved.
No,
that ain't right.
No.
I think we're gonna. You know what, Good Cat? We're suspending you for an hour. You're not going to have any text thread.
penalty box for
an hour ought to do. Do you think that's or maybe more? I don't know. Let's see. Berg says, "Ooh, we shall think about that bet." Cowboy Sparky says, "Ooh, ouch, transmission. I need to replace the drive shaft on my Chevy Suburban. That's easier, but more dangerous. You know what? The drive shaft, if there's U joints on either end, or sometimes quad joints, but these U joints, Keon, if you put them in wrong, if the bearings aren't packed right, if there's one little thing wrong and that thing comes loose, if the front of the drive shaft goes down, you're pole vaulting the vehicle."
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, like in a Michael Bay movie, you're just going over. Okay.
Yes. You will Michael Bay that sumbitch right down, right down the I-10. So that's probably better done by advanced car guys or actual mechanics. I remember that. I did that on the Belvedere. Remember the Belvedere?
Mm-hmm.
I did what was a 62 Plymouth Belvedere. It was just ugly as hell. 4-door, big old steel rust bucket, but I had it running.
Kludge.
You got to admit, I had that thing running nice.
You did, yeah.
And I would use that as the morning mobile, and also I just drive in on that thing. And gas didn't cost so much. And I replaced the drive shaft on that. And they saw this 23-year-old kid come walking into a Jiffy Lube with the thing in my hands. I'm like, "Hey, can you guys pack this with grease for me?" Then they're like, "What are you doing?" They're like, they were very impressed and scared for me. They're like, "You realize?" I'm like, "I know what's going on. I know what's going on. Just pack the grease, pack the bearing. Thank you." And well, as far as I know, everybody lived. So Cowboy Sparky, be careful there. Maybe let a professional do that one. Chevy Suburban, that thing's gonna be heavy. Oh, the drive shaft on that.
Yeah,
Is
no
that a 4-wheel drive? So yeah. I'm sorry. This is like the low energy daily blender today, which is
low energy.
I feel like we're all low energy today.
Well, I was thinking about that Cadillac. I don't know what year it is, but if you're going to do that, you're going to have the transmission done. You might as well have the motor mounts changed as well. Just take them out and have them changed. I guarantee you they're probably bad anyway.
You really want to, well, it depends on what year the Cadillac is. I don't know if you really want to detach and pull the engine up out of its cradle just because. I mean, what year do you think?
Well, that's true. I mean, they're probably doing it at a shop if he's paying a mechanic to do it. But if he was doing it himself, you just get in there, you get an engine hoist, you lift the engine up a little bit, replace those engine mounts.
Yeah, but that's a whole nother thing that they're going to charge you a ridiculous amount of money for. I get what you're saying. It's easy once you have the transmission disconnected.
Yeah,
but that's just going to put thousands more on it. Probably.
I got you.
Know how they gouge you for something like that. But if it's an older vehicle and maybe if you tell them, "Hey, since you got it open, it's not that big a deal on labor." Yeah, it's not the worst idea. And then how long though do you want to keep a Cadillac? That's the other thing. It's like once you need a new transmission, maybe you're like,
just bite the bullet and replace it.
He's not giving us any information. Come on, Pringle. We need the deets. Berg says, "How about this? Over under of games Deshaun Watson plays is 11 this season. I'll take the under." Well, I'm not taking anything on Deshaun Watson. No bets on Deshaun Watson. I would also take the under.
Yeah. See, Berg, you're not going to get him on that. You guys could probably, Berg, your best shot at getting to agree, I think, might be fantasy football wins.
No, he's kicked everybody's butt forever.
Fantasy football wins.
He's one of the longest tenured Premier League players. I know,
and for good reason.
Yeah, I ain't doing it. No bets on the fantasy football.
My first time in the Blender Fantasy Football League, and I was in awe of just how Berg was flattening everybody on a week-to-week basis.
That's what he does.
It was unbelievable.
So no. Robert in Surprise says, "You sure 100% it's a transmission? That thing might just be out of gas." Cowboy Sparky says, "Okay, let the professionals do it. Thanks, Jeffrey." I unless you really know your stuff, you don't want to mess with a thing that could send you flying in the air.
Yeah, that's dangerous. And if it doesn't pole vault your vehicle, it could come through the floorboard, and that's never a good day.
So here's the deets. Pringle says 2010 CTS all-wheel drive. I'm no mechanic, so ground to dust.
Oh, yeah. No. I wouldn't play with that one.
Did they give you a price on that? Because that's a 10-year-old one, so I'm thinking in the $2,500 range, something like that. And shop it around, Pringle. Don't just go with the first mechanic's price and, get a second opinion because they also could be full of crap. You might want to have somebody else take a look at it too, and then go with the best price. Straight Striper says the best way to remedy mechanical issues with a Cadillac, sell it. That's what I just said. Yeah, or just leave it on the side of the road and pretend like you never saw it before. I have no idea whose car that is. Your name's right on it. Oh, it's got personalized plates. I have no idea what you're talking about. So let's talk some golf. I actually have a pile of golf in front of me. That's
no
not
kidding.
Like us. It ain't like us at all.
You're going to talk about the golf. All right, let's go.
So we got a new golf show Saturday mornings, 6 to 8 a.m.
Yeah. They used a orchestral version of the Led Zeppelin tune. I can't think of it right now. But anyway, yes, go ahead.
Well, yeah, you can't play the real version on a golf course, but people would freak out. You have to play the elevator version. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So the new golf show, in fact, we'll have one of the guys from the show on this show probably on Friday. But right now, this has nothing to do with that. This has everything to do with there's stuff happening in the world.
Yes,
of golf.
there is. There's quite a bit. Yes.
First off, Tiger Woods will not play in the U.S. Open. He says he needs to give his body time to heal, and he wants to be ready to play the Open in July.
Probably a good call. Yeah.
Well, wait a second. Call. There's the U.S. Open, and then there's the Open. That's the British Open.
The Open is the European version.
Why don't they call it the British Open?
The British. Well, they rebranded it a few years back to just the Open.
Can I just tell you how dumb that is?
Hey, listen, it's the Open. It's the way it is. So you can say it's dumb all day long, but they're making bazillions of dollars on it.
I hate when they do that. I hate when they rename stuff. I hate when they do that. It was the Bob Hope Classic. It was the Dinosaur Classic. Now it's just something else.
Well, it's not technically the British Open. It's not always on UK land or British land. It's in Scotland sometimes. This year, I think it's in Scotland this year. Or Ireland, I can't remember.
For whatever reason, Tiger thinks the Open to be more important than the U.S. Open, and he ain't doing it, which means he probably took more of a beating the last couple of times he golfed than we'd even realize, because this guy wants to be out there hardcore. So let's talk a moment about Dustin Johnson resigning from the PGA Tour. He says, I want to play in the LIV. I'm doing this for my family. Translation, that's a bleep load of money. And that's why I'm doing it. I'm going to play in the bleeping LIV for the bleeping money. And also, it never printed on my side here, but there's a list of players who have joined the LIV. Now,
Sergio Garcia, the former Masters player. A couple of weeks ago, I cussed out that PGA official.
Yeah, now we know why.
Who was rushing me along. This is why right here, because I'm going to make buttloads of money.
Yeah, Sergio Garcia, to give you an idea on how many or how few golfers have found their way to the LIV from the PGA, he is probably about the fifth most highest ranked PGA player going over to the LIV. And but he's only ranked 54th in the OWGR. So here are the people who are going: Dustin Johnson, Louis Oosthuizen, Kevin Na, Taylor Gooch, Sergio Garcia, and a lot of people nobody cares about except for Phil Mickelson. I don't know. Is there anybody else on that list?
Yeah, like Lee Westwood is on there. Let's see if I got some other
names. I ain't never heard of him.
Carl Schwartzel is
fun to say, but nobody cares.
Schwartzel, Charles Schwartzel.
Is it Schwartzel?
Schwartzel.
Right, mispronounced that horrifically. Yeah, like just names of guys that Chase Koepka.
Yeah, he's like the
Brooks Koepka's little brother.
It's like you got Sylvester Stallone or Frank Stallone. Hey, we got Chase Koepka. That's what we got. And by the way, Chase Koepka ranked 1,543rd in the world. Yeah, LIV just pulling out the stops for the wretched refuse of
they offered Tiger a lot. I mean, I think it was somewhere north of $1 billion to play in the live tour.
They offered Tiger Woods 9 figures.
North of $1 billion. They offered Jack Nicklaus to be the kind of the face of the franchise.
Nope.
Again, north of $1 billion. They're paying Dustin Johnson, somewhere around $130 million for just this season to play. These guys are getting a lot of money from the Saudis, and I don't know how you feel about this.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I get it. You got to get the money, but there's your soul,
and
as well.
And when you start talking about guys like Dustin Johnson, you got to get the money. Like, Dustin Johnson was making money. I mean, he's one of the top golfers. He was a couple of wins away, I think, from getting his 20th win, which would make him a PGA qualifier. You would just qualify for PGA events automatically. That kind of stuff. He has money. This is about getting more money, which I don't know.
Yeah, this is generational wealth.
There's more. The U.S. Open just came out and said they're going to allow Phil Mickelson and all eligible golfers to play in the U.S. Open next week.
Well,
I think they realized, oh crap, we're going to start losing too many people if we do.
The PGA is going to have to respond somehow, or you're going to lose all the stars. If you're going to take a hard stance here and go to war against the LIV tour, it's not going to work. PGA has got to be receptive of having these guys going between tours. I think Dustin Johnson, I don't know what the inside story is, but he resigned his PGA Tour card. He's no longer eligible to be on the Ryder team. He's no longer eligible to play for the President's Cups. And he will have to, on a case-by-case basis, he'll have to apply to play at some of these major tournaments. Now, he is a Masters champion, so he can go back there for life or until he can't play anymore.
Randy, they've named him that he is welcome to play in the U.S. Open next week. And I think they don't care that he's resigned. That I think you got to have your big names, and they're trying to do whatever damage control they can as they see people starting to head that direction. Not everybody's going to go all at once, are they? But eventually, more people will go, and more people will go, and and then all of a sudden, what do you got? So, I don't think any of us like this look. It's not a good look, but boy, dollar signs sure do talk loudly, don't they?
They do. Yeah, they do.
But yeah, Dustin Johnson, Phil Mickelson, and even Sergio Garcia, welcome to play in the U.S. Open.
We'll see if he comes back and plays.
All right, we got a lot of texts on the text line. We'll catch up with you there when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
When you need your tech working its best, Staples has you covered.
My PC has 3 speeds: slow, slower, and slowest.
Staples has you covered during our free PC tune-up event, Saturday the 18th and Sunday the 19th. Bring your existing PC to any Staples store and we'll remove junk files, improve your startup and operating speeds, and optimize your device's performance with a 1-year subscription for PC tune-up software. A $30 value free. Your tech solution is at Staples. In-store only, Windows devices only. Appointments encouraged by phone or in-store.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from The Main Event, here to tell you about Access Property Advisors. When I need to buy or sell properties or get them rented out, Access Property Advisors gets me the best sales price or lease terms to make my rental properties profitable. Jason Sellers has an impressive team of professionals at Access Property Advisors, experts in just about anything you can need with real estate. So whether you want to find the home of your dreams, sell your home, or manage your rental property, do what I do and give Access Property Advisors a call at 602-614-5590. That's 602-614-5590 or visit accesspropertyadvisors.com.
There's no doubt that Harman Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for $0 down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harman Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
For the latest in the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
500 apiece, you get to that 5 4. 500 that 500 2 apiece. 1 150.
The best weekly auction is right here in Arizona. It's only a click of the mouse away from great deals on almost everything. Visit liquidateaz.com for this week's online auction that features new household items, tools, appliances, furniture collectibles, including jewelry, coins, knives, stamp collection, and military items. Each week's auctions feature a wide variety of different items with all auction items starting at $1. LiquidateAZ.com, all up for auction this week. LiquidateAZ.com to view this week's auctions. Looking to liquidate an estate or your business excess inventory? LiquidateAZ.com can help with complete auction services. LiquidateAZ will handle everything for your online auction, from online auction setup, extensive marketing, facilitating the online auction, and schedule the pickup and delivery after the auction. LiquidateAZ.com. For more information, that's LiquidateAZ.com.
Don't just do it every day. Do it several times a day. Because it feels that good.
Yep, that's what I'm talking about.
Get the latest sports headlines. The buzz around the league. Listen to podcasts. Stay up with social media. Just log on to our website at 1580thefanatic.com.
Tuesday edition of the Daily Blender in effect on this June 7th. In the year 2022, Tuesday means it's $5 Dinger Tuesdays on the FanDuel Sportsbook. Your chance to turn a $25 to hit a home run wager into huge money. As this season, all customers get $5 for every home run hit by both teams when you place that $25 to hit a home run wager on any of the Tuesday MLB games. The best part about Digger Tuesdays is even if your bet loses, FanDuel will pay you $5 for every home run. So tonight, again, the Diamondbacks against that powerhouse, that juggernaut from the National League Central, Cincinnati Reds will be in action tonight. They'll just be getting underway here shortly. Maybe it's somebody from the Diamondbacks, or maybe you like Joey Votto. Maybe he's feeling good. Maybe he pops one tonight, and he's your home run hitter. Maybe it's I don't know. There's a ton of guys. Just look up the stats. I'd be looking on the Yankees. I'll be honest with you. I'd be looking on the Yankees, and I hate to say that because I know how much Jeffrey hates the damn Yankees. But
I hate the Yankees.
Aaron Judge has just been pounding the ball as of late, just stroking the ball.
Oh, hey, Randy, did I tell you? Aaron Judge is dead to me.
There's no better place to bet America's pastime. I expected that. Then on number one sportsbook in America, that's FanDuel Sportsbook. Head over to your FanDuel account or download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Sign up using promo code Randy1580. That's promo code Randy1580. Got to be 21 or older, present in Arizona. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credits that expired 7 days. Max bonus $25. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
Thank you, Randy. 888-368-1580. Let's get caught up on the text line. And Mr. Pringle says $4,200 for the transmission on a 2010 CTS all-wheel drive. Yeah. He says that is a lot of beers.
Yeah, it is.
Pringle, like I said, get a second opinion, shop it around. You already know what needs to be done. And I feel like that should be about 1,000 less. That's all I'm saying. And maybe I'm just optimistic, but it doesn't hurt to make a few phone calls, pal. Berg says the Open, the Ohio State. Yeah, I guess you got to pick one. I'll pick the Open. I'd rather have the Open than the Ohio State.
Look, at least the Open is. We know that Europeans are pretentious. That's just them being themselves.
They showed up that way.
Ohio,
no right.
Well, you have no right. None.
Blissful Hayes says, will Dusty Rose be playing on the Saudi golf tour like Sergio Garcia?
And no, listen, Dusty Rose have no use for the Saudis in any way, shape, or form. They're not American. I'm all American. I'm an all-American born Dusty Rose from the Dusty Rose of the great Southwest of the United States. I grew up picking potatoes and learning from my daddy who had a whip in it, and he taught me the right ways of being American. So listen here, Dusty Rose won't be going over to the sandbox of the Saudi Arabias and playing in those golf tournaments. You can bet that one out of out of happening. Yes, you with the hat on. What's your name, son?
It's Jeffrey O'Brien, 50 the Fanatic.
Yes.
Where in the Southwest are you from?
South. I meant South. I didn't mean Southwest. Are you in here giving me a hard time? Dustin Rhodes, the All-American Dream?
I have no idea what state you're from.
I think you would. You probably just interrupted me. That's probably dangerous for you, Mister. What'd you say your name was?
Well, I'm a living being, so I like my chances. But it's Jeffrey O'Brien.
Dustin Rhodes out.
Yeah, way out. So Danny Woodhead was trying to get himself into the U.S. Open. He qualified to try, and he failed to get there. And but hey, not bad. He still golfs better than most anyone you know. He was 10 over in 36 holes of final qualifying. He shot 77 and a 73, and he finished for 56th place. But still, you got to give him credit. That's for a football player, former NFL running back.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad. Don't see anybody else from the NFL or NBA out there qualifying for the Open, and they all golf. You know that.
Yeah, I remember, there was a Pro-Am that Steph Curry qualified for, but that was a Pro-Am, Right. And I think Tony Romo got really close to the U.S. Open, but I don't think he qualified.
Was it Tony Romo and John Smoltz? I think Smoltz, he didn't make the U.S. Open, but I think he finally made the U.S. Senior Open. He qualified for that and did horribly, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so don't give Danny Woodhead no hard time.
No.
Mm-mm. Robert from Surprise sent a picture of a mobile medic service, Christian's mobile medic service, and says, I just saw this in the freeway. Wonder if it's cheaper than the dealer to replace that tranny. I'm assuming you mean transmission. And I guess if Pringle wants to check, he can check out Christian's mobile medic service. I don't know that they'll have a lift, but it's worth asking. FedFan says Oosthuizen and Westwood are sponsored by UPS. I wonder if UPS is going to drop their sponsorship now.
Yeah, see, there's so much to this, and it's a lot deeper than the monetary value. And I've heard a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people, and I've listened to a lot of people rant on about this. But if the PGA Tour had changed some of the things, some of their rules and regulations, and the way they go about things, perhaps some of these guys wouldn't be so quick to jet off to the Middle East and play in this tournament.
Or if you're saying, oh, hey, I'm a golfer. Hey, Jeffrey O'Brien, professional golfer. I'm pretty good. I ain't great, but I'm pretty damn good. Yeah, I've won a few things, but, I'm a guy. And they're like, hey, guy, what do you say to leaving the PGA Tour and golfing for us in the LIV? Well, what's the LIV? Oh, it's a Saudi base. Okay, let me look something up. Look up Saudi Arabia. Take a minute with that. If you can look up Saudi Arabia and what they are known for and have done, yes, they're an ally of the United States, but that doesn't change the horrible, horrible bleep that they have done and do. Yeah, so you can read about the horrible, horrible bleep that they have done and do and still leave the PGA to go do these things. Well, then I guess you didn't check Google. You didn't check your soul. I think it's not cool.
I think that they checked Google, but I think that you put enough zeros on any paycheck, and some guys are gonna
that's called selling your soul.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I have no respect for these guys.
I was getting ready to say I agree. I couldn't agree with you more, Jeff.
Sorry, didn't mean to.
But I'm just saying the PGA Tour. They brought this on themselves. That's all I'm going to say. They brought this on themselves.
They may have some stuff they need to fix up, clean up, take care of, and do, but nothing justifies going to a Saudi-based,
I get it.
Come on,
I get it.
Man.
Yeah, I understand, and I wouldn't. And I respect Jack Nicklaus. I respect Tiger Woods greatly for not selling out, and I'm sad to see the names like Dustin Johnson
and Lefty.
And for Lefty to go over there, well.
Now that does make sense, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wing Guru says UPS did dump those two. I'm hoping that Augusta and the USGA and the RNA refolk all exemptions for all the defectors.
revoke all their exemptions. Yeah.
Voice text. Well done, Randy.
Yeah.
Big George says Dustin Johnson and Phil Mickelson are traitors to the United States.
Yeah, but see, Phil's been going over. Phil's been going over there instead of coming to the Phoenix Open, which is it might as well be called the Phil Mickelson Open here every January, because everybody goes out to see Lefty. They want to see Lefty. He's a resident of the state. The guy grew up here. He went to ASU. Everybody loved Phil Mickelson, and he started selling out years ago. This isn't the first time. He started going over to Saudi like 3 or 4 years ago. He wouldn't come out to Phoenix Open. He'd rather go over there because they're paying him an immense amount of money.
I don't know if I'd go as far to say traitor to the United States, since the United States is, an ally of the Saudi Arabia. But George says if they love Saudi Arabia so much and their human rights violations, they should just move there. PGA Tour is fine without them.
Well, they don't love Saudi Arabia. They love the money.
That's all about the green.
And I think that is the part that we're saying is reprehensible, is the fact that you can look at what they do and the human rights violations that they've committed and still say, yeah, but enough zeros in my bank account is enough to make me blind, deaf, and dumb.
Baker's Cocky Hens about to incur the wrath of FedFan in 3, 2, 1. UPS is great at dropping stuff.
Uh-oh.
It's actually FedEx is the ones who've been chucking stuff at my porch. They drop things on my porch. They chuck things at my porch. FedEx is just, they don't even care anymore. Wing Guru says, I disagree with Randy. The PGA did not bring this upon themselves. These guys do very well on the PGA Tour, and guys like Dustin Johnson were already making $70 million, not including endorsements.
Well, $70 million. They weren't making $70 million a year winning golf tournaments.
I think he means over the course of his career.
Maybe over the course of his. I mean, $70 million is a lot of money. But the PGA Tour, I mean, you got to go and read some research on what are these players saying about the PGA Tour and why are they so quick to leave, aside from the immense amount of money being put out there. And a lot of them will tell you. Phil Mickelson's book lays it out. I mean, you should go get that. He talks about it, the way they treat the golfers, the way they how greedy they are towards the participants of these golf tournaments. And the PGA thinks they're the only damn game in town. And well, guess what? No more.
Maybe this will inspire them to make the kind of changes that makes it a no-brainer.
That's what I hope
for the flock to return. FedFan immediately says to Baker's Cocky Hens, bite me. 888-368-1580. Robert's price is Phil Mickelson getting an $8 million appearance fee in Saudi Arabia to play golf. That is pretty hard to pass up. You know what, though? I could do it.
Pretty easily.
Well, okay. Yeah. I mean, I think all three of us could do it. It has nothing to do with me being dirty, stinking, filthy rich. What I'm trying to say is, I think if you have to choose the money versus the reality of what it is and selling your soul, I'm not interested in selling my soul. You know what I mean? If I were interested in selling my soul, I'd probably be working for some big, stupid corporate radio. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. I work for the I work for cool people, not stupid corporations. You know what I mean?
The independent.
Don't even bother with the fact that they won't take me. I don't even care about that part. Baker's Cocky Hen says, listen, I work with a company that uses UPS. Let's just say they misplace way too many packages. And Nadal is the GOAT. Oh, see, now why?
Now it's on.
Yeah.
Now it's on.
See, you went from personal experience. Okay. Can't dispute that to you've treading on dangerous ground, my friend.
Now it's on.
Very dangerous ground.
Oh, we may have a daily blender Superfan Emergency. Robert Surprise says, I've been listening to the blender. I forgot to check my gas gauge. I got 50 miles left and 45 miles to get home. Ooh, that's going to be close. But can I just suggest going to a gas station first?
Yeah, I'm sure you'll pass a Circle K with gas on it somewhere. At least 1,000 of them before you get home.
Between now and 50 miles, you'd be well advised. Stop for gas.
Even if it is just to put a few bucks in there if you don't like the price of what you're seeing.
Yeah.
So don't use Shaquille O'Neal's gas theory. It is not correct. It is bad math. Maybe that's how you got in this trouble in the first place. Blissful Hayes says, health question here. Due to Kyler Murray's height, is he more susceptible to smallpox? Yes, I'd say so, yeah. It's a scientific fact that smallpox does seem to hover at a lower altitude.
Lower altitude, yeah. That's why it's called the smallpox, right?
FedFan says, I'm about to go full parcel on a fourth dimension.
Wow.
She wouldn't go postal because she was UPS.
Right.
So,
Parcel. Yeah.
Clever. She's as mad as John Rahm throwing his golf club the other day and almost clocking an innocent byster. Did you see that? Come on, man.
It was a girl holding one of those boom mics out there and had no clue that the thing was coming at her.
All right, guys. Hour 1 done. 2 on the way. It's Daily Blender on 1580, The Fanatic.
For nearly 100 years, folks have trusted Blue Star medicated ointment to relieve the pain and itching of almost any skin irritation.
It works on my son's dry, itching feet and their jock itch.
I had this rash on my neck. Nothing worked until Blue Star.
Blue Star worked great on my ringworm without steroids.
My wife and I have been using Blue Star for years. It's never let us down.
Look for the white box with the Blue Star in the first aid section. Feel Blue Star work fast or your money back.
Joe Biden's approval numbers are hitting record lows. America is worried. Biden is confused, rambling, and incoherent. All this week, Grant Stinchfield is on Newsmax TV asking who's really in charge in Washington. Each weekday night, Stinchfield reveals the truth about Kamala Harris, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and the secret cast of characters behind Joe Biden's socialist agenda. Stinchfield says, you need to worry. Millions are watching Stinchfield exclusively on Newsmax, one of the top cable news networks in the nation. Watch Stinchfield, Greg Kelly, Eric Bolling, Mike Huckabee, Rob Schmidt, Lindsey Keith, and Sean Spicer for real news. Newsmax is your trusted source for news. Find Newsmax on all the major cable systems. If your cable system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them and tell them you want it, or you can switch. Also, download the free Newsmax app on your smartphone now. It takes just a few seconds, and you can watch Newsmax anytime, anywhere. Forbes calls Newsmax a news powerhouse. You can find out why.
If you're age 62 or older and own a home, this message is for you. Reverse Rob here, Money Radio's expert on reverse mortgages. Learn how to tap the equity in your home and increase the quality of your life by earning tax-free income while protecting your other retirement assets. Join us for our free Second Saturdays webinar every month to learn more. This is not too good to be true. All you need to do is reverse your thinking. Call me today, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
Something you probably do know. Progressive can not only offer you a great price when you bundle home and auto, they offer you round-the-clock protection. Something you probably don't know, the average garage door is made up of 1.3 millimeter aluminum panels. Something you probably do know, your neighbor likes to tinker with his dirt bike. Something you probably don't know, a runaway dirt bike can take out your garage door and a good portion of your car bumper. Bundle your home and auto with Progressive and get more than a great price. Get round-the-clock protection. Something you know for the things you don't know. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers, and subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Are you a planner? Do you like to plan ahead? Then, of course, you already have a plan to call Harmon Solar, right? Bruce Jacobs here. It should be at the top of your list to get solar now and enjoy huge savings next summer. Up to 85% on your monthly bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Then you can plan what to do with all that extra money. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, women-owned, local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
Son of a bitch.
What's wrong?
Diamondbacks are down 3-0.
Yeah, saw that.
Oh, show start.
Not surprising.
Hey, everybody. It's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose there in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Golly. You think, okay, one game. You know what I mean? One game to the Cincinnati Reds, and then you start off and already in the bottom of the damn first, you were down 3-0. Son of a...
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not looking at those scores anymore. Don't tell me anymore. Don't
Okay.
tell. It's giving me heartburn. I got the heartburn now.
All
Good
right.
Lord.
I won't say a
Huge.
word.
This is the most embarrassing thing. One of the most embarrassing things. Tiger Paws says, trying to get a replacement TV remote shipped via FedEx. It left San Diego on May 21st and might just get to my house tomorrow. That is, hold on a second.
Is that the bat phone?
No, hold on. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, okay. Tiger Paws, that remote is not coming tomorrow. Sorry. 888-368-1580. It's just really sad. Before we move on, I want to talk a little bit of NBA here in a second, but before I have to ask your guys' opinion on something. Okay. Because, as the Southwest Regional Man Card Commissioner, sometimes people say I might be a little bit too hard on people, a little too much of a hard ass when it comes to deciding certain things. Now, I feel like I've been pretty fair as the commissioner. A lot of times people say, is that a man card violation? I'll say, no, it's not a man card violation. I feel like I'm pretty even keeled. But in the case of this, if you go to my Twitter, at Radio Pal 1580, scroll down and you'll see where it says man of the day or annoying little bleep. So here's what this is about. And I need you guys to tell me, is this an annoying little bleep or is he man of the day? So here's what it was, a Little League championship. Okay. And I don't know how old this kid is. He looks like he's 7, maybe 6. I don't know. And so they're in the game and this kid is coming down third baseline, getting ready to score a run. Cause you know what happens? They start throwing the ball to each other. Even in championship Little League, it's going pew, pew, everywhere.
Yeah.
Basically every play is about 20 kids chasing a ball.
Yes,
throwing the ball
yeah.
crazily, everybody
Could
chasing
be.
it, parents screaming, over there, over there.
Yeah.
So here comes this kid down third base. His name is Jasper Troy Myers. And this kid, you could say he's savage. You could say he's a psycho. I say he might be an annoying little bleep. And so he comes down and all he has to do is run home and score, right? Something got into him. He said, no, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to somersault the entire way down the third base line. And it's not fast. He's just boom. And this coach is like, what are you doing? Get up, go. And he's like, boom. The ball is coming. Get up, go. Boom. And he just does. His mom is screaming, no, get up. No, don't do no. He's like, nope, I'm being me. Boom. Another. And so basically he got to just before home plate. You see the other team running into the frame, chasing the ball, and he goes, that'll do. Jumps up and kind of trots across the plate and scores. So is he man of the day doing it his way, somersaulting down the third base line, almost like his way of saying, these are the worst players on the history of the planet, and I'm just going to do my thing, which then he's a legend? Or is he just an annoying little bleep? Randy?
I think he's just a little kid having fun.
That's not an answer. He's either man of the day or an annoying little bleep.
I think I would give him man of the day. I think he's just a little kid having fun. And it's just, after all, it's a fun game. It's supposed to be a child's game, right?
So now he's going to do that all the time? Is he still awesome when he does that in high school?
Well, I don't think he's going to do that in high school. I can almost guarantee you he will not do that in high school.
Unless he's playing another worst team in high school, in which case that ought to say something about
that's a bench clear right there.
Yeah, that's
the first somersault. There's going to be a crowd.
Yeah. Well, if I was the high school coach and the high school kid was doing that, I'm standing at home plate. As soon as he gets off, I'm going to make him run until the end of the next day's practice. He'll just be out there running until he gets it through his skull not to ever do that again.
So, man of the day or annoying little
man
bleep.
of the day. I think man of the day. He's a kid and he's having fun.
I am leaning towards annoying little bleep.
Come on, he's a kid.
Now listen,
he's not listening to his coaches.
I understand he's a kid, and look, he is having fun. I don't think there's anything wrong with him being an annoying little bleep at 7, but he is that. That is what he is. There's no way that you could look at this situation and think, I'm going to somersault all the way down the third base line. And then because I'm not, and this is a thought that I had, knowing that I'm not good at somersaults.
Well, when you're this age, you're short, you're teeny, everybody's good at somersaults.
Yeah, it's just
boom.
No, it's
watch the video.
I don't think it's.
It is annoying. Like especially if you're on the other team, and you're in the dugout sitting there looking at this kid just roll. Like, just end it already, okay? Just get across the line, drag your feet, do a little dance as you cross. But you have to somersault. Did you have to somersault the whole way?
I wish I could find the one of the little kid, and I think it was a coach pitch or maybe T-ball, and this kid was coming up to take his turn at bat. He couldn't have been more than 5 or 6 years old, and there was some music on, and he started as soon as he got up towards the plate, he started moving, and all of a sudden his body took over and he dropped his bat. And he was dancing, man. Yep. He was having a good. See, now that's just a kid having fun, man.
Beating him with the first pitch, right there.
That's the way you go up there.
Maybe the first T-ball player beamed by a pitch.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious.
I'm torn because part of it is like, boy, the other team is so horrible. You were able to actually do that and get away with it. And this kid committed to the bit. I appreciate that. And, and at the end, he jumped up, had presence of mind. Think I'll just go ahead and stride across that plate right now. And he had this biggest smile on his face. He's like, I can't believe that worked.
If I was rooting for that kid's team, I'd be having so much fun.
That mom was losing herself. She's like, go get up. What are you doing? No, This is not the time.
Oh, Mom, relax. I'm getting a snow cone after this. You kidding me?
Fed fan is confused. Fed fan says the same guy that hates bat flips doesn't mind somersaults. I don't get it.
It's a kid. It's not a grown man. If this is a grown man making $30 million a year, then I have a problem with it. I'm going to hit him. I'm going to throw him. Look, I'll throw one right between his numbers, and I will hit him every time he comes to the plate. I have no problem with that. But this is a kid.
This is Randy walking over to the kid after he's done somersaulting. Randy walks over and says, I will see you in 13 years. Walks away.
Oh, man. Come on. It's a kid having fun. It's innocent.
I
the first chance
I agree. But I just think two things can be true at once. It is both innocent and annoying as hell.
Don't know what to do with
it. It is both things. So I'm leading to the one that seems more true to me.
Random Texter says, give that kid man of the day. There's another one out there. Yeah, the one that Randy was talking about. Oh, no, this is a different one. Shows the kid running from third, and then he slows down and runs in slow motion.
See? I just love that. When my kids were coming up, I coached all their T-ball teams. There was no stress. That was just all kids out there having fun, man.
What age do you finally say, okay, no more of your nonsense. Time to play like serious players now?
Well, I think they mature as the time goes on. They wouldn't think of doing that.
Pick an age.
Well, I don't. I can't
just
put an
let
age
this
on
nonsense go on forever.
I mean, you're in Little League Baseball. You're a child, for goodness sakes. I think once it starts to get serious, you move on. You don't do it in club ball. You do it in club ball, you're going to be, like I said, you'll be running. That's where mom and dad are paying.
Junior high, high school.
Well, I think junior high, you don't do it in junior high.
So
I think you start taking the game.
7th grade, knock that bleep off.
Yeah, I don't think during a game. I mean, during practice, you guys are going to fool around. And hell, we all did. When I was in high school, some of my fondest memories were shagging balls during batting practice. I'm out in the field, and me and my teammates are just, cutting up in the outfield, trying to come up with crazy ways to catch the ball, stuff like that. But during a game, I mean, it's you get down to business. You play the game, you have fun with the game, but you don't go somersaulting down third base.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say, I'm not going to say man of the day, and I'm not going to say annoying little bleep. I'm going to say Little League legend. How about that?
Yeah, there we go.
League legend.
There we go.
Robert, surprise, he made it to the gas station. He was a little bit worried about how far he would get with what was left in the tank. And he sent me a photo. It's $128 on 21 gallons of gas. He says, crisis averted, but guess I'll be having cup of noodles the rest of the week.
No kidding.
Holy moly. That just brought the whole room down there, Robert. Surprise.
Yeah, thanks.
We're sorry for your loss. Big George says, Jeffrey, don't sell yourself short. You have a fine hard ass. Don't let anyone tell you any different.
I'll say it's got a fine hard ass. Are you kidding me?
I'm glad you guys have appreciated my fine hard ass, but I think it's making me a little uncomfortable having to hear about it so much.
Hang on just a second.
I'm a sexy beast.
Yes, you are. Wait, sorry. Are you guys hearing that? I'm sorry.
Oh, we're hearing it just fine. Baker's Cocky Hen says, I'm just saying, look at the head-to-head and that major titles guys. What? Federer is great, but he doesn't own the records. Oh, we don't care about tennis.
Because he was trying to set off Fed fan with the Nadal as the.
Yeah, we're on team Fed fan, so whatever she says goes.
Yeah.
He says UPS is still better than USPS or FedEx. So now he's backtracking on the UPS thing.
So, he's walking it back a little, Fed fan.
So Fed fan says, again, why do I listen to this show? Random texter says, there's T-ball, then there's coach pitch, then there's kid pitch. Yeah, the fooling around stops at kid pitch.
Nah, come on. The fool around stops when you get up to Major League Ball. I'm talking about Little League. You have the kid pitch, and that's like the farm league, and then you get into minors and majors. The fooling around during the game stops unless you're a bench dog. If you're a bench dog and you only get in the game like 1 or 2 innings a game because they got to play all the kids, and you're like blowing bubbles and hanging them from the fence, or you're blowing a big lug and you're seeing how many strings you can get on the fence. That's what the bench dogs do out there. Or see if they can spit the sunflower seeds in his buddy's hat. That's what goes on the bench.
I think that goes on with even the starters. Come on.
But that happens in the Major League bullpens. I'm talking about big, guys. They'll sit on the bullpen out there and they come up with creative ways. They'll come up with rally hats and all kinds of crap out there in the bullpen. That's why it's called the bullpen. These guys are way the hell. Why do you think they have the bullpen way the hell out there so the manager doesn't go crazy and shoot them all? That's the whole thing. And these guys would be, just crazy enough where he's just like hitting them with a bat or something. Get out of here. Just put them out in the bullpen.
Kiss the Cook says, can you bounce a quarter off that hard ass, Jeffrey? As long as it doesn't go in the coin slot. Yeah. 888-368-1580. Fed fan says Federer may not have had the records, but he does have the most beautiful game on the planet. See, as far as we know, she is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Boomer Sooner says, good day, Jeffrey. Good day, Blender Nation. Randy, Keon, Randy, got to get a cold beer up here. It's starting to get warm up in North Phoenix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
We do know what you were saying.
Getting a little warm, 105 right now in downtown Phoenix.
Oh, mine just says 107 here in Queen Creek. So it is close to hot. It's close to hot.
It's getting there.
It ain't hot yet, but it's close to hot.
I was trying to explain to my mom that hot isn't until 110 degrees.
Oh, no.
She couldn't fathom that. Huh?
DC mind couldn't. Mm-hmm. She really just couldn't understand the concept.
Well, you'd hear like little processors starting to spark. Does not compute.
Just a little cracking over the phone as her mind broke. Yeah.
Just because the lack of humidity, and also if you've been here a while, this is now it's getting hot. You know what I'm saying? There was warm, getting hot. 110 is hot. 115 is son of a bitch.
Yeah,
that's what that is.
But I know a guy that's lived here his whole life, and he's older than me, Jeffrey. He might be almost 70 now.
Mm-hmm.
And he waits for this time of year because that's when the golf prices go out. And every Thursday he goes out and he plays golf. And, it's 110, 115.
That man's obituary has been pre-written. He is. Because you know how he's going down.
And he asked me to go
what
with
he
him.
loves.
I'm like, not no, but hell no, I'm not going out there. No way.
Nope. I've been here long enough to be considered a native. You are a native.
Mm-hmm.
Still no. 888-368-1580. Raven Kid says, so would you be okay with a college kid doing this kind of stuff, Randy?
In a game? Hell no.
Raven Kid's sad probably because I think he wanted to try it. Heavy Metal Maniac says, hello, guys. Glad to have you on to keep me entertained. I've been in the hospital for over a week. What?
Wow.
They decided they wanted to take part of my colon. Oh, so they just took your semicolon.
I see what you did there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nice.
Says they need it more than I did, and I'll be out of work for a while. Can't wait to get back to saying ice cold bear. Oh man, so sorry to hear that, Heavy Metal Maniac. So hopefully, this is a step towards being on the mend and back out on the beat, my friend.
Yeah, man. Hope you're feeling better soon.
Hang in there,
get well quickly. Yeah.
So what hospital are you at? So that we we can send our colons. Maybe I'll donate some colon. How about you, Randy?
You don't want mine.
Can I just send some colon that way? Keon, you got any extra colon line?
I got a little extra colon. I can send some colon.
So you're about to get a box of colons. Don't open it. Hand it to a nurse. And, see, if you can't use it, give it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Use what you can. If it doesn't fit, that's all right. There's other people. 888-368-1580. Hefty Lefty says Club Fed is still the most elite nickname on tour. Random Texture says, Randy, how long was the bubblegum bubble on the kids at next to you before he realized you put it there?
Well, he's probably asking me if I've ever done the old trick of putting.
Randy was a starter. Random Texture.
Yeah, put the bubble gum on some kid's hat next to me. No, I never did that. I was we had a game when we were on the bench in Little League. We had a game, and you pick out certain parts of the chain link fits, and you try to spit through there. And when you try to spit through there, this one's 10 points, this one's 5 points. And then you each take a turn spitting, and at the end of round one, whoever has the most wins that round, and you move on.
Randy was a star.
Yeah, that is unbelievable. You had a whole side tournament of another game you made up inside of this game of baseball.
Oh yeah. When you're Little League, you come up with all kinds of things, especially when you come out the field and you're up to bat. Your team's up to bat. You come up with all sorts of things. We used to take the bats and invert them, and then take one of the practice balls and chip it into one of the batting helmets, see if you could get it. But the batting helmet was down that end of the dugout. So you're trying to, and put that thing and go in there. If you get it on a hop, that's 50 points. If you get it on the fly and it stays in, it's 100 points. See?
How long did it take before you got, hey?
That happened almost immediately, especially when they, yeah. Why are you guys spitting so much? Knock it off.
Mr. Wilbur says, Randy, back during football practice, we'd get accused of playing grab ass in the field, but that was because it was a cloudy day and slightly raining. And growing up here in Arizona, we never saw rain. Shortly after that, however, we were running wind sprints.
Yeah. I ran my share of wind sprints. Yeah. I was not known to be a chill out dude on the bench ever. If I'm in and our team's up to bat, I was always up to some no good.
Raven Kid says, well, Randy, that said that the fooling around doesn't stop until the majors. I was assuming he was talking about major leagues, college before the majors, isn't it?
Yeah, you guys keep trying to. What am I facing the court here? You guys a bunch of lawyers or something? There's a difference between childhood ball and grown-up ball, okay? And when you get grown-up ball, you get past, you get into 7th, 8th grade, you start playing in that middle school area. During the games, you don't go out there and do somersaults down the line. But if you're a kid, you're like 7 years old. Hell, that's the fun of the game. You got this uniform on. You get to go out there and play in this game, man. Are you kidding me? That's all fun.
Yeah. It turns out Heavy Metal Maniacs is it John C. Lincoln. Fed fan says, get better soon, Heavy Metal Maniac. Yeah, you can probably find him pretty easy without even knowing his real name. All you got to do is walk up and down the halls of John C. Lincoln and listen for somebody going, change my bedpan hat. Need some bedpan clean. Get my bedpan hat. And then you'll just say, hey, Heavy Metal Maniac, how are you?
Yeah.
You probably want to give them some privacy while they change the bedpan, but
Probably.
All right, got to take a break. When we come back, other assorted things. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Hi, I'm Dale Hillestray, and summer is just around the corner. If you suffer from diabetes, high blood pressure, or you're just overweight like I am, Dr. Fontes is the only doctor I can recommend. She has a proven weight loss program, not only for the weight loss, but also for the maintenance for 2 years. You eat your own foods, no medicines, no hunger, no gimmicks. I encourage you to give her a call, 480-443-0778.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the Main Event here on 1580 The Fanatic. And if you haven't heard, the show is now noon to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. So join us as we talk NBA Finals, NHL playoffs, Major League Baseball, and NFL. The Cardinals are getting ready for their season, and the Diamondbacks are in the middle of theirs. We'll keep you up to date on all the sports at the new time, noon to 2 p.m. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the Main Event, Monday through Friday, noon to 2 p.m. here on 99.3 FM and 1580 The Fanatic.
Are you a planner? Do you like to plan ahead? Then, of course, you already have a plan to call Harmon Solar, right? Bruce Jacobs here. It should be at the top of your list to get solar now and enjoy huge savings next summer. Up to 85% on your monthly bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Then you can plan what to do with all that extra money. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, women-owned, local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
Something you probably do know. Progressive can not only offer you a great price when you bundle home and auto, they offer you round-the-clock protection. Something you probably don't know, the average garage door is made up of 1.3 millimeter aluminum panels. Something you probably do know, your neighbor likes to tinker with his dirt bike. Something you probably don't know, a runaway dirt bike can take out your garage door and a good portion of your car bumper. Bundle your home and auto with Progressive and get more than a great price. Get round-the-clock protection. Something you know for the things you don't know. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers and subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The Rams were built to win the Super Bowl.
The Los Angeles Rams have won Super Bowl 56. But if you think that brought the end of the NFL season,
You'd better think again.
the NFL is a year-round beast, and we keep you in the know. Free agency, trades, retirements, hirings, firings, holdouts, injuries, training camps, and a whole lot more.
Football is always in season here.
We are 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Your home for football.
It's a daily blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. So you got some ideas of what you're going to buy someday if you win the lottery? Do you have any like first thing I'm going to do is this, then I'm going to do that kind of things? You know, fun things, not the standard going to buy a house, going to buy a house for my mom, buy a house or whatever. Yeah, I'm talking about like that luxury item. You're like, oh, I definitely know what I'm getting right now, right this minute. The minute I find out I've won, I'm getting this. Do you have that kind of in your head? How do you?
What is the lottery? What is it up to this weekend?
Doesn't matter what it's up to. It's up 20, 100, 400, 500. Doesn't matter what it's up to. I think it's up to like 150 or something, 180. But that's not the point. You have a thing where you're like, I'm going to do that. Keon, do you have something like that in mind?
Yeah, I want to go to one of those, fancy box suites in any pro sporting event, really. But Suns game. I like
you
the
win the
NBA.
lottery. You can get on a plane. You can drive. You can fly out to FedEx Field. No, don't do that. Go where they're playing someone else, someplace nice, and you can do that whenever you want. So that's cool. So you want to make it the experience. Your first thing, your first splurge is going to be that experience. I appreciate that. That's pretty cool. Randy, what is your first thing you do treating yourself? Not the I'll give money to charity. Not I'll take care of my family. The first luxury splurge. What would you do?
Well, it depends on how much it is. Probably buy me a brand new truck.
Mm-hmm.
And get
Cool.
rid of this. This car that I currently have. That
Your car's cool. I think your
Yeah.
car's cool. I mean, it's
Well,
probably
thank you,
seen
but-
better days, but it's cool.
yeah, but
I've been tempted. I'm not kidding. I've been tempted a couple times to get one of myself. I'm
what,
not just saying that.
one of those.
Yeah.
One of those. Yeah.
Get fuel efficient, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of badass.
I'd probably get a truck, and I'd get Kim a new car probably.
Some new
if
cars.
it's
All
a
right.
luxury item, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that, and I miss having my old truck, so maybe I would do the same thing. But I think Keon doesn't realize that he's wrong. He's wrong about what he would get. So I'm about to tell you what you would get, and I might get this too. Like for the mansion, the movie room, I'd have this right outside the door, and it's a life-sized talking C-3PO.
Oh wow! Yeah, look at that.
That would be very cool.
Yeah, and
I
you
will
can pose
admit.
the arms, by the way. And so you'd have them like going like this to your movie room right there. $8,700 is what this costs. And it's full size.
Wow.
And it talks, and the eyes light up, and it is actually pretty damn badass. So now, tell me I have not changed your mind, Keon. That would be the first thing you'd buy.
I don't think you've changed my mind. I would, but
Serious?
at some point I would buy that too. I mean, if I won the lottery, but
he has quotes from the Star Wars movies. It's actually the voice,
the actual voice.
The actual voice.
It's really cool, but like, I don't know.
You can remove the restraining bolt right there. He's got the silver leg from when he got dismembered in that other movie. I'm telling you, this is like one of the coolest things I've ever seen. It's a droid that can speak 6 million languages, Keon.
It's up there, but I like sports a lot too.
I wonder if there's an upgrade to put like Alexa in it, but with C-3PO's voice. So you ask him questions and he responds to you in that voice.
I'm surprised it's only $8,700.
$8,500, but I'm sure there's shipping and handling and tax.
Well, I'm surprised it's $8,500.
It is not an actual prop from Star Wars, Berg. Sorry, I don't know why that matters. This is just badass. It's really cool. Sideshow Bob says, I'm using the money to get with my celeb crush. Well, listen, your celeb crush is not a prostitute. Well, maybe she is. I don't know who your celeb crush is. But just because you mean devise a plan to win her over, not just get with her, Sideshow Bob. So Fed Fan says, I'm getting front row seats, the Australian Open, the French Open, Wimbledon, the US Open. My dog Abby will become a service dog and go with me to every single match. What about the Parabah in Palm Desert? How about that one? That's pretty fancy stuff over there, man. Heavy Metal Maniac says, can somebody sneak me in some beer over here at the hospital? This Diamondbacks being down 6-0 in the second inning things. I need a drink. I don't know. Can you have part of your colon taken out and still drink?
I don't think he's on solids yet.
Yeah, you might need to ask for a morphine drip. Show the nurse the score. I feel like you'll get morphine pretty quick.
Yeah.
I can't even look at the screen anymore. I'll need to be on a morphine drip. Baker's Cocky Hen says, Randy, stop expecting the fourth dimension to be as mature as you are when it comes to kids' games.
What?
I don't know what that means.
Why is everybody beating me up? What did I do?
I think that was a compliment.
Oh,
just sort of.
Yeah, I think that's what that was.
Sarcastic. Yeah,
it was
because you were being mature about. It's just a kid, but everybody was going after the kid. So I think that they were saying,
except for Raven Kid, for some reason he's got it out for me today. I don't know what I did to him.
What do you care? He's a kid.
No, that's true.
Cabana Phoenix says, I'm glad Randy's a spitter and not a swoller. Good Cat says, if my suspension's up, and it just ended, I want to apologize for that horrible, insensitive joke. Well, now you've made us think about it again. You're suspended for another hour. No, I'm kidding. Good Cat. You're all right. 888-368-15. I really thought you guys would be more excited about this. C3PO.
I am really excited about it.
I think it's cool, but I
just don't know
if it's not a real prop of the movie.
Why does it need to be? It's an exact duplicate. Look at if you want to check it out, Keon, go to Sideshow Collectibles, and look it up. And you'll see when you see up close pictures and how this thing is put together and how it works. It's damned awesome. It really is. And I'll pay extra for the Alexa attachment. Hefty Lefty says, I buy the shirt the guy who got grabbed by an orangutan and didn't rip. What are you talking about? Who's wearing a shirt got grabbed by an orangutan? So some shirt didn't rip when they were grabbed by an orangutan? Is this a movie reference or something I don't know about?
I don't know. I can't help you.
Don't know what you're talking about, Hefty Lefty. Against the Spread says, if I win the lotto, I'd buy an F-15, a V-12 Rolls, and that stuffed Kodiak grizzly bear at Mo Money Pawn Shop. You know what? Hats off to you, Against the Spread.
Wow,
this man knows. I like he starts with the F-15. Do you have a pilot's license? I think you need to be rated for a jet.
I'll buy an F-15.
Is that a two-seater? Because you're going to need to get Tom Cruise to fly it for you.
Yeah. We were talking about, having stuff in your house that you show people. I think that's just one of those. Yeah, I've got this jet. I can't fly it. I don't know how, and they won't let me. But I got a jet.
Well, the tour ends with that. You walk them through the house, and you're like,
yeah.
Well, we just got this. These nice couches. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's cool. You got a TV. Oh, some nice art. And you just kind of walk in the backyard, and then there's this. Whoa, yeah, that would that's the end of the tour kind of thing against the spread.
An F15. That's great.
V12 rolls. I guess there's some respect on that, except for I don't think you need the extra V's, if you ask me. But yeah, you do you against spread. Sideshow Bob says I can own a dispensary bar Hooter style. What?
Dispensary bar Hooter
so it'd be a
style.
dispensary bar where people go to smoke the wacky tobacco with girls in Hooter-esque outfits, is what he's saying.
Apparently.
It's very out of the box.
Sounds like more like a business plan than a splurge, but okay. Hefty Lefty says, you didn't see it all over Twitter today? A guy got grabbed by orangutan through the cage and his shirt never once ripped. He was, however, lifted off his feet by the ape and subsequently shat himself. Okay. Wait, do we need to bleep that? Do we? I think I can't tell if we need to bleep that.
I just did it anyway. Just
we dumped delay because I'm not sure if that English version of the word counts. Yeah, good call, Keon. Good call. He's like, I'm saving you from yourself.
just in case.
Kiss the Cook says the Mary Jane Fields full of fruity pebbles. Okay, this is getting weird now. Raven Kid says, if I was really out for Randy today, I'd talk about how shortcoming Kyler Murray's season will be without DeAndre Hopkins for the first 6 games. Well, he doesn't care about the short jokes anymore. He's done with Kyler Murray. So sorry, Raven Kid, you'd have to try harder. Berg says, give me an actual prop and I'm in. I wonder how much it would cost to buy the actual C-3PO. It's not a real thing. You know, that's not a real robot, right? So it's a costume that they put Anthony Daniels in. Or Anthony.
You would think the costume, if it's put together and you have it, you're at probably $100,000.
No,
you think it's $1 million?
At least $1 million.
Yeah, I would think $1 million too, or more.
Nerds would be like, breaking into your house. Well, they wouldn't get past the window because you hear like they have an asthma attack as they're trying to jimmy your window open. But it would be a nonstop flow of people trying to steal that from you. I'd rather have the duplicate, so keep my house safe. Berg says, I've been to a Super Bowl, NBA Finals, Belmont Stakes, been to a World Cup. I'd buy a Stanley Cup and World Series tickets. That's where he'd go. All right, good plan, Berg. Again, making it about the experience. Cabana says, next time in Tucson, go to the Puma Air Museum. They have all kinds of fighter jets. U.S. and every other country out there.
Yeah, I think it's Pima Air Museum, and I have been there. It's been very impressive. As a matter of fact, they've got a SR-71 Blackbird out there, which is pretty impressive.
Nondescript says, who decided to move forward with a damn C-3PO and not Darth Vader? I bet you could probably get that too.
Oh, yeah.
I bet if you look at that Sideshow Collectibles, you might find that there too. So, I mean, if I win the lottery, I can get the entire cast and crew. Yeah, duplicates, not the real. I don't know. Mark Hamill probably doesn't do much now, but I could probably get him at the house.
I don't know. He was
on salary to hang around.
He was in an Uber Eats commercial. I feel like he's available.
He's available. I'll get him sitting there. You walk in, he'll come on, Mark. You promised you'd wear the robe. Wear the robe, and when people come in, stare at them. Because that's all he did in the last movie was stare at people. Baker's Cocky Hen says, hope somebody listened to Randy and bet on Vato to hit that home run. Oh, did he really?
Did he hit one?
There you go. A new texter here on the text line. 6425 says, I'd buy my wife and kids a house. I mean, their own house.
Oh, my God.
For a first text, that was a damn good one. Who is that? What is your texter nickname, 6425? And if you don't have one, Randy's got a fine selection available. I came up with one the other day. What was I transposed some letters. Did you not write it down?
I did not write it down. I'm trying to remember.
No, I mean, Randy, he keeps track of all the texture nicknames.
I am trying to open the app right now so I can see what it was. Let's see. Sticky keyboard. Where's the rest of them here? Snap clap. Where am I? Just the knuckle. Helly's puppet. Mac and cheese. The pretender. A guy named Carl.
So 6425.
Streaker balls. Was that you?
Don't know if we get away with that one.
Streaker balls.
Yeah, we've got a fine collection of Texter nicknames if you need one, but this is your chance to pick your own nickname, something that's magnificent, something that you've always wanted. Just tell us what it is, and or just tell us more about yourself, and we'll help you with that. I like beer nuts. That's good.
Douche.
Is that one of them? DOOOOOSH.
Yes. Douche.
Sideshow Bob says, I'd splurge on a helicopter to fly from Maricopa to Phoenix and back every day. Oh, jeez.
Herpes Street. That's another one.
Herpes Street. Somebody's got to be Herpes Street someday.
Weasley Bastard.
That's a good one. I think that was one of mine, wasn't it? I think I came up with Weasley Bastard. Oh, you Weasley Bastard. Sideshow Bob says, how about you name him Headed Out for a Pack of Cigs? That's pretty good. Or we could just call him Dad. That would be the same thing.
Dad.
Ken Kenton says, what about Staple Rip the Centerfold? Okay. Radio Ron says, yeah, these texture nicknames subject to the commissioner's approval. Yes, we know. Good Cat says, oh, this is what it was. The one I had the other day was Pat Patricia. That's trying to say Matt Patricia. I kept saying Pat Patricia. Kiss the Cook says, because of my love for dirt track racing, I would buy for 600 mini sprint and start my own race team. I'd buy 4 600 mini sprints or rent a helicopter and drop live turkeys in the valley for Thanksgiving.
Okay, Les Nessman.
As God is my witness, I thought they could fly.
Or was that was Herb. That was the salesman.
No, that was the owner. That was the owner.
The big guy?
The big guy said that. Boomer says, Jeffrey, have you or Randy or Keon seen the new Tom Cruise movie? That's a good sequel, Top Gun. Yes, I've seen it. Meh. And I know I am alone in the world on it.
I haven't seen it yet.
It was just missing something. It was just like, why are we doing this? And oh my God, though. If you have kids, do not take them to the movie because the sex scene between Jennifer Connelly and Tom Cruise, you're going to have a lot of explaining to do if you show that to them.
Well,
they're going to use that for sex education videos in the future. I am sure they're going to pause it. They're going to circle things. They're going to explain where, this is where they went wrong. And it's just wrong. It just, how did they get away with less than a XXX rating on this? Just disturbing. Disturbing is the only words I can come up with. Butt Thunder says Hefty Lefty. Oh, that's right. Butt Thunder. That was a good one. All right. We got to take a break. When we come back, let's talk a little NBA. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Whoa, Greg's up.
He's never up this early.
Hey, guys.
Okay, so this is called the Bell Breakfast Box from Taco Bell.
Oh, thanks. I can read.
And that's a coffee. Helps you open your eyes.
And that's a breakfast burrito. You can start from either end.
You guys always this condescending in the morning?
Pretty much.
Wake up with the new $5 Bell Breakfast Box, filled with a grande toasted breakfast burrito, hash brown, 2 Cinnabon Delights, and a coffee. At limited participating Taco Bell locations near you during breakfast hours only. Contact local store for prices, hours, and participation, which vary. Tax extra. Drinks excludes freezes.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canier with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
Distracted driving kills in Arizona. Life is more important than your phone's beep. Stop the distracted driving, Arizona, please. Sponsored by the Arizona Chapter National Safety Council and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. Aired in cooperation with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Something you probably do know. Progressive can not only offer you a great price when you bundle home and auto, they offer you round-the-clock protection. Something you probably don't know, the average garage door is made up of 1.3 millimeter aluminum panels. Something you probably do know, your neighbor likes to tinker with his dirt bike. Something you probably don't know, a runaway dirt bike can take out your garage door and a good portion of your car bumper. Bundle your home and auto with Progressive and get more than a great price. Get round-the-clock protection. Something you know for the things you don't know. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers and subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
1580 The Fanatic.
Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Hefty Lefty did send me the orangutan video. That is hilarious. That's pretty good. There he's grabbing his shirt there, and well, that orangutan, it does not look like anyone to trifle with, because as he's pulling that guy's shirt, he sees another guy coming, and he's just like, "I'll take some of that too." Like, oh, that guy got. I haven't watched the whole video yet, but hilarious. Ken Kittens wants to know, Keon, if you've ever heard or know what staple rip the centerfold means.
No, I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I even looked it up on the Google and there's nothing. So Ken Kittens, it might just be just you. I have no idea what you're talking about. Good Cat has some suggested texture nicknames: Shower Drain, Pooper Scooper, Shaggin' Wagon. Aren't those some of those on the list? I think some of those are on the list.
We have a very comprehensive list: snow caps, plumber's crack, the steel brow, cat hair, the dad bod, my teeth are crooked, doorknobs, just the knuckle. I mean, I've gone over these: the Lamborghini Kid, Herpy Street, Scrooge McDuck, Dale's Voice, Jack Wad, Pat Matricia, Weasley Bastard, Nude Texter.
So now, 6425. Well, we're still waiting to hear back from you. Tell us some more about yourself, or pick a name, or just tell us what you like. Whatever works, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here. 888-368-1580. So somebody better call the Wambulance. Now, the Wambulance, have you heard the term?
Wambulance?
Wambulance. Have you heard that before, Keon?
Yeah, I have not. No.
Here's the Wambulance. Or wake me up before you go. That's the Wham with the exclamation point. Bulance. Two different things. I'm talking about the Wham-Wambulance. So Grant Williams, we needed Wambulance for him stat because they are pleading with the NBA. Hey, you didn't give Draymond Green a second technical in game 2. And we just want some consistency here. He should have got another technical. Well, you guys didn't give him a technical. Why did things not? Where? Not a good look, Celtics. Not a good look. You're supposed to be badasses. You're supposed to be tough guys. What? And you're gonna, Draymond Green picked on us. He said things out loud with his mouth. I don't think it's right. Shut up.
Yeah, and the play in question was Jaylen Brown and Draymond Green got tangled up, and Draymond had his leg kind of across Jaylen Brown's leg, so Jaylen pushes it off, and Draymond just doesn't really move. So then Jaylen Brown gets up and is kind of staring him down, and Draymond kind of pushes him back a little bit. It's a little bit of a scuffle, but there was nothing there.
Not that big a deal.
Yeah, and even the official that was on the broadcast was like, look, maybe that's a technical if you could figure out who the hell started it, but without knowing that, just let it go. Just let it resolve itself, which is what happened. It didn't. The whole point of the technical is to stop things from escalating and getting out of hand. It didn't escalate into anything.
Grant Williams, oh, well, I'm the head of the players union. You're fired. You're fired. You whiny bastard. There's another one for you, you whiny bastards.
I like Grant, but he's really annoying, and on and off the floor. He's a good basketball player. Seems like a good dude, but he's the guy that when Golden State huddles up, he's the guy that tries to sneak into the huddle. He's that guy.
Yeah. Listen, that's whatever. That's gamesmanship, but this is just whiny-manship. It's a bad look, and I'm almost ready to give him a man card violation. You're going to say, well, they should go back and give him another technical. That's what it should be. Just play the damn game. The ref sat there for a few minutes, looked at it, and they're like, yeah, it's common foul. Come on. This is no big deal. Let's just move on with our life, shall we? Blissful Hayes says, how about Satan's Finest? My ex-wife has that trademarked as her name, so we couldn't ever. What? You don't know which one I'm talking about.
Both. It's both.
So Darvin Ham had a press conference. And,
hey, how about that? Hawks.
The guy sounds like he knows the hell he's talking about. He's got a lot of energy. Seems pretty exciting. But it was weird. It was a weird moment because he's there and he's like, how are you going to use Russell Westbrook there? And he says, well, I'll tell you what. And then it's like a love letter. It's like a love letter to Russell Westbrook. He says all these nice things. Oh, people counted him out. Oh, no, he's not out. This is a guy. He's a player. And we're going to figure out how to get him in there and work with the other guys. And he's going to fit just fine with LeBron James and Anthony Davis about how we decide to make this player. And he's just like, he's one of the best players I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh my God, the sun rises and sets. I saw him touch a kid on the eye, got his sight back. And he's just going on and on about Russell Westbrook. And the camera pans over and there's Russell Westbrook just standing there listening to the whole thing, watching. Why are you there? What? Do you think he was going to change his story? I'm sure he said all that stuff to Russell Westbrook, right? Or maybe that's why he said it that way. He's like, oh crap, Russell Westbrook's right over there. Oh no, he's the best player I've ever seen in my life.
No.
Is he afraid of Russell Westbrook?
I don't think so, because I think this is what the Lakers organization wanted. That they are justifying their acquisition of Russell Westbrook. Like other coaches were trying to get this job by telling the Lakers how excited they were to coach Russell Westbrook. So I think that's what the Lakers want to hear. I don't even think it's about what Russell Westbrook wants to hear. I mean, that helps. I think it's what the Lakers want to hear, though. That, here's a guy who's excited to coach Russell Westbrook. I can't imagine why right now at this stage in Russ's career, Russell Westbrook 7 years ago, I'd be excited to coach that guy. You are laying it on a little bit thick if you saw him play with the rest of the team last year. He didn't even play badly. He just didn't gel.
Is this thing on? My name is Darvin Ham, and oh my God, I love Russell Westbrook so much. It's the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm going to start crying. Since you can't help me cry because I'm so excited to work with Russell Westbrook. This is like a dream come true. My entire life, I just love Russell Westbrook so much, even though I'm older than him and he doesn't even know who I am. But I just tell you right now, I think we're going to be best friends forever. We're probably going to end up living together, just as pals, as friends. It's nothing weird. Don't make it weird. Why is it going to be weird? I just love Russell Westbrook so much. That was pretty much the entire damn press conference there.
It's a lot.
Verbatim.
Direct quotes.
All right, but did you get a sense outside of the did you get a sense of the guy when you watched the press conference? You get a feeling like this guy might be a pretty good coach.
Yeah, he seems sharp. He seems like he at least understands how to negotiate with people, talk to people, and he comes across like somebody who could be a leader in the locker room that those guys rally around. And he's a player's coach. It seems like that's the way he comes across too. So I think he can do well. I just don't know what he would do that's better than what Frank Vogel did. But
you wanted a player's coach. Guess what? He's a player's coach. A player's coach, Russell Westbrook. And by the way, Russell Westbrook is that the look on his face was, God damn it, I was almost out of here. That's the look at his face, like, oh man.
You think that's the way Russ feels, though? I mean, he spent his whole career trying to get back to the Lakers. to play with the Lakers because he's from LA, right?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, he has been so disrespected there, and nothing has gone the way he. Now, I would not doubt that he would love to be anywhere but Los Angeles right now.
Because when Washington was going to trade him, the GM of the Wizards called him up and said, "Hey, you're from LA. How would you like to be a Clipper?" And Russ went, "No, no." Like, okay, we'll figure out something with the Lakers then.
Well, I'm sure he's feeling like different about that. Going, maybe I
should have
could be
taken the Clippers.
Yeah, might have worked a little bit.
But
he grew up a Laker fan, so it was never going to happen.
64-25 has decided. He says,
there we go. Yes.
Let's go with Goose's last plane ride. Damn
Goose's last plane ride. All right, there we go.
Damn you, Maverick. Okay, it was not Maverick's fault. It wasn't his. Although, like I say,
it was technically the canopy's fault.
Well, here's the thing, though. If he'd let Goose sit up front, Goose was taller. He probably would have cleared that. They both would have lived because Maverick's so short. He would just have missed it completely.
Yeah.
Because Goose was taller. That was the end of Goose right there. So why not let him sit up front? Can't you fly it from either position?
No.
Well, then maybe they should have gotten an adjustment because if they can get a booster seat for Tom Cruise, I guarantee you.
If Navy Brad is listening, maybe he can correct me, but I think the what they call the Wizzos, the weapons operators in those jets, are pilots that couldn't make the fighter pilot training. They ended up being weapons specialists. I could be wrong though, but I thought that's what the Wizzos were.
If they have a booster seat for Maverick, I am sure they could have made some adjustments for Goose. That's all I'm saying. King of Kitten says, "Come on, Jeffrey Rando, please explain what staple ripped the centerfold means."
I wish I could. I'm not.
Is that from Peter Wolf? Angel
don't
in the
know.
centerfold?
I don't know. I can only imagine a back in the day reading through one of those publications and the
Good housekeeping.
Yeah, and the staple was in a precarious place that ruined the centerfold. I guess. I don't know.
FedFan says, "Let me understand this. All your ex-wives are Satan's mistress?
Yes.
Are you still married? And you still married all of them? Well, they never showed up that way. No one ever shows up that way.
They became it over time.
Yeah. I'm not going to explain myself on this. It ain't my fault." George is like, "Wait, how many ex-wives do you have, Jeffrey? Yeah. Are you the radio version of Larry King?" No, not even close. Not even close.
No, Larry King was in a league all of his own.
That guy just like, imagine how much money he lost. King Kenton says, "Yeah, that's it, Randy. Beers for tacos on Tuesday, by the way." Boomer Sooner says, "Didn't Maverick cause him to go into a spin, and that's why they had to bail out because Maverick left his wingman and did something stupid or something like that?" Dude,
I don't know.
Goose's kid might be listening, and they just patched that bleep up. All right.
Yeah.
He also says, "Looking at some stats on wide receivers in the NFL, do you know that poor guy up in Seattle, DK Metcalf, was only going to make a $1.1 million this year, and he's like the fourth or fifth best receiver stat wise. Surprised he's not holding out." He did. No, he's not. He is holding out.
I believe he has not reported yet.
He's not reported today.
Workouts.
Oddly, Deebo Samuel did to the 49ers.
Yeah.
If it was the 49ers, I wouldn't report. FedFan says the volleyball scene was the best scene of Top Gun.
One or two, because I understand there's one in two as well.
It's football.
It's football
in two.
Oh,
okay.
Sorry, this is not a good movie. I didn't want to be the one that says it because all the kids loved it. Like, "Oh, that was a great movie," and I was just like, I waited this long for this.
Was it?
So like that would have been great on cable. Heavy Metal Maniac says, "Somebody get me a doctor quick. I'm vomiting profusely. It's 9-0 in the third inning." Ugh.
Oh my God.
Good God. Are you serious?
It was, you know what? When I looked at the TV, I was disgusted, and that was a lower number, and I can't believe that they can't get out of this inning. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I have an idea. Fire Torey Lovello, hire Joel Madden.
That's not going to happen.
No, I said Joel Madden. The guy from that punk band.
Oh, Joel Madden.
Joel Madden, not Joe Madden, Joel Madden. Oh. He can't do worse. That's all I'm saying. Boomer Sooner says, how do you not like those jet scenes? That's cool. It was like, okay, it's fun. They're on a jet ride. It's real. They're in real jets, but they're not really flying them. Nobody's really getting shot. Nobody's really died. It just wasn't, I don't know. I mean, the first one was way more tense. There wasn't as much tension because you're sitting there watching like, I know what's going to happen. You know, I don't want to spoil the movie, so I ain't going to say nothing. But I don't know. Good Cat says, if Maverick was a better pilot, they would have never been in that situation. Goose would still be alive. Goose gone too soon.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a true story right there. He's not wrong. All right, one more hour left of the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
For the latest in the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
At Wendy's, we make breakfast better, like with our Breakfast Baconator. Better from top to bottom bun. Savory sausage patty, better. Crispy oven baked bacon, better. Fresh cracked egg, better. The Breakfast Baconator might just be the greatest breakfast sandwich of all time. So you can keep settling for not better, or you can get a better breakfast from Wendy's. Tough choice. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's better breakfast.
Participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
If you're an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits and the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
If you're age 62 or older and own a home, this message is for you. Reverse Rob here, Money Radio's expert on reverse mortgages. Learn how to tap the equity in your home and increase the quality of your life by earning tax-free income while protecting your other retirement assets. Join us for our free Second Saturdays webinar every month to learn more. This is not too good to be true. All you need to do is reverse your thinking. Call me today, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
Something you probably do know. Progressive can not only offer you a great price when you bundle home and auto, they offer you round-the-clock protection. Something you probably don't know, the average garage door is made up of 1.3 millimeter aluminum panels. Something you probably do know, your neighbor likes to tinker with his dirt bike. Something you probably don't know, a runaway dirt bike can take out your garage door and a good portion of your car bumper. Bundle your home and auto with Progressive and get more than a great price. Get round-the-clock protection. Something you know for the things you don't know. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers, and subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose there in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. Good question, Blissful Hayes. Is there a 10-run rule in Major League Baseball? Kind of wish there was right about now, as the Diamondbacks are down 9-0 to the Cincinnati Reds after losing to them. Was it 7-0 yesterday? It seems like a million years ago that they were blanked by the Reds. Oh my God, what is happening? What is happening, Randy?
Well, what can I say other than the Diamondbacks are not a great ball club? What can I say? They got one series against the Dodgers, and the last two times they met them, they got their asses beat. They're getting their asses beat by Cincinnati right now. Not a good ball team. I knew this going into the season.
Embarrassing.
I don't know why this is surprising.
It's surprising to see them completely blanked by a really bad team.
This team. I'm sorry, Keon. This team cannot hit. They're very streaky in their hitting. They cannot hit, and they don't have any pitching to support that. They can't hold other teams down. So their pitching's bad. Their fundamentals are bad. They can't hit the ball. But let's bring Torey Lovello and Mike Hazen back and run it again. I say, why?
Cat says Lovello is trash. Fed fan who said that I want to bring Joel Madden, not Joe Madden, Joel Madden. Good Charlotte is our new coach. No, that would be if I brought Joel and Benji Madden. I'm only bringing one of the Madden boys, and it's going to be Joel Madden. You know why? I think you know why. Because we got to do something through these Diamondbacks. This is bad, Randy. I mean, it's very bad.
Well, it's not a surprise for me. I've already settled in for a long summer. I'm surprised, quite honestly, that the Rockies are behind us in the standings and that we're still in fourth place in the West. I mean, everybody that was saying, oh, we're only 3 games out of the wild card. We're not even at the All-Star break yet. Not even there yet.
I wasn't even, thinking all of that. I was just like, maybe this team has rounded the corner to where at least they can beat other bad teams. At least that they can do that and have a record that floats somewhere around 500, maybe a little bit below. They are getting beaten to death by a team that's the second worst team in baseball record-wise. I don't know what to make of this, except you were right. Randy, you were right.
Straight Striper says, the most confusing thing about Top Gun 2 is trying to figure out how Goose had a rooster.
What?
Yeah, it was weird. Mr. Pringle says Grant Williams, a.k.a. Batman, is Draymond Green in training, basically. So pot calling the kettle, eh? Okay. Listen, let's just forget about the Diamondbacks. I don't want to hear any more anything.
All right.
It's over. Okay.
Very well.
Just forget about that. And let's move on to some football. Now, the other day we were talking about how Deshaun Watson, is going to walk away with all this guaranteed money. Well, double not so fast, as they say. He actually could lose that guaranteed money because of this 24th lawsuit. The reason is the person whose name previously was not known to Watson's legal team, because they're like, we've never even heard this person's name until today. Well, that means that they were not included in that original batch, which means they could press charges, and this could create another grand jury that would have to consider this. And if that person has a whole lot of evidence, as they seem like they do from the way they talk, this could be the sort of thing that the NFL says, okay, we got to suspend him for this. And well, the contract, when it was written, referred to the other cases, not this case. So this fresh new case could be enough to void the contract, and he'd probably have to return a lot, if not all, of that signing bonus. I'm just saying, it's not a for sure thing, but legally could be something there with this 24th case that cost Deshaun Watson all the guaranteed money.
Wow.
That is incredible. And also just a testament to how unbelievably stupid the Browns are. Because there's no way they did their due diligence and didn't know there was a 24th person floating out in the wind. Well, if you were actually doing the interviewing and going through the process, this wouldn't blindside you.
This dump it actually works in their favor, because then they don't have to pay him.
If everything works against him the way it looks like it's going to.
They're out of quarterback.
Well, they're out of quarterback, but I think this goes ahead and slides a whole bunch of leverage over to Baker, the touchdown maker, doesn't it? Suddenly, he can hold out and get himself a big fat contract and really stick it to the Browns.
Here's the Browns on the phone. Hey Baker, hi.
Hey Baker, hi.
Hey. So no, you're absolutely right, Keon. The Browns are dumber than dirt, and proud of it. But and they may have lucked into a win on this,
which is truly unbelievable. And I also just want to point out that there are a bunch of other dumb teams too that were trying to go and get Deshaun Watson before they knew anything either. You know, the Atlanta Falcons were in there trying to figure out how to get Deshaun too. So I don't want to make it seem like this is just a thing that the Browns would do. The Browns are the only one.
Everybody was trying to figure out a way to make it work. And I even said I wouldn't mind having him as a quarterback for the Colts as long as all these issues turn out to be, boo-boo, or at least not illegal or whatnot. But then the more we've learned, even when he did get off the hook with the grand jury, I was like, yeah, I've changed my mind. I don't think we want him. And, a lot of those teams were just doing what they are supposed to do, get a winning quarterback, under center. And I'm not giving them a pass, but of course, a lot of teams were going to chase him down. And then some teams that were, doing what you said, their due diligence, were like, guess we're not going to do that.
Yeah, the Dolphins did. The Dolphins looked at everything and went,
and that's where he wanted to go. So,
and they wanted him, but they didn't want him and those cases open.
No, he needs to go away. I'll say Deshaun Watson needs to go away. Everything we're seeing right now says he does not need to play another down in the NFL, but the NFL, we know he probably will someday. Yeah, you think that this can't be the end of everything for Deshaun Watson? It should be, but is it?
It just depends on what they find out. And like you said, if this thing goes criminal and there's another grand jury and that grand jury does not find him to be innocent, or at least not guilty, which is what the last grand jury did. It wasn't an innocent last time. It was just not guilty. We just didn't have enough evidence to go forward. Then we could see a situation where the NFL just pushes Deshaun Watson out.
So little pro tip. If ever you have Deshaun Watson helping move, you're moving in a new place and you hear him say, "Where do you want me to put it?" Don't turn around. Just say, "Put it down."
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're not going to get a chance to answer. It's best not to turn around when he asks the question, "Where do you want me to put it?" And clearly you have not read the details of the lawsuit. 888-368-1580. Big George says the humanity, the Reds. Oh, the humanity. Boomer Sooner says, hey guys, I think the steal of the offseason is the Rams getting Allen Robinson, number 10 from Chicago Bears. The guy's sneaky, has had a really good season the past couple of years. Big rated, like top 10 receiver, very sneaky. I predict he's going to have a great season for the Rams.
Allen Robinson is awesome. And I feel a little happy for him that he gets to play with an actual quarterback, because the human beings who have thrown footballs at him, I refuse to call them quarterbacks. The human beings who have thrown footballs in his direction have been awful. And that does include one Mitchell Trubisky, but there have been others.
Some you're not even sure if they're human beings. Fed Fan says, have you noticed since Keon has been in Arizona, all our teams started to take on the persona of his Washington, D.C. teams?
What?
Keon Rose the
have
curse?
You?
Keon the curse Rose?
Your team made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Your football team did when I got here.
Yeah.
But
they look pretty bad.
Yeah, but they did what they did before I got here, which is collapse in the second half of the season. My teams don't collapse.
August when DeAndre went down.
Yeah.
So,
and Keon just got here in that July.
Yeah.
I'm saying my teams don't collapse.
Hey, curse.
No, you're talking about
you.
Yeah, I know, but you're
talking about you.
Your Suns meltdown this season.
This is what I'm saying.
Cardinals,
Diamondbacks are horrible.
Yeah,
you are talking about taking on the persona of my teams. My teams don't collapse. They never get started.
Might be something.
Sure.
My team won a Stanley Cup
job, and this is the only one
in 2018.
So, well, I mean,
my team won a World Series title in 2019.
You see, you're talking about past stuff, and now they're
I'm
terrible.
just saying if they're taking on the persona of
Coyotes
my
got
teams,
kicked out of Glendale, and they've got to now.
Do we have to ship him back?
The Washington Capitals would never get kicked out of Capital One.
Did you keep the receipt for Keon?
I don't have it. Do you have it?
I don't know. Get some packing tape. We'll just put them.
This is
just
Did
get
you
them in
have
a
it?
box and send them back. Watch our team start winning. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll pack Keon into. No, don't get weird. We're gonna put bubble wrap in there.
Your
And
team's
we will
made the
ship
playoffs
you
since I've been
back
here.
to DC or to Chattanooga or whatever, and then the teams get wins. And then we'll.
The Diamondbacks are just.
Well, no.
The Diamondbacks got
for sure.
better when I got here. The Diamondbacks.
What are they now? They're not better.
Currently
They
being
did?
the Diamondbacks were never 500 at any point last season outside of the beginning. Then I got here. They touched 500 like twice.
It's a misleading thing to try to throw off the scent of your curse because now look where they are.
Well, because the accusation was they're taking on the persona of my teams, and my teams
you're
either.
right.
I moved on to the Keon curse.
My teams either win titles or never get started in the first place.
And there you go. See,
that's Washington. The Commandos don't collapse.
Just stay out of Indianapolis.
They don't start.
Boy, Keon. And
why didn't they start winning when I left?
Really expected more.
Keon gets here, and my Colts fall apart at the end of the season. Keon gets here, the Cardinals fall apart at the end of the season.
Yeah.
See where I'm going here?
You didn't.
Oh my God.
Well,
Keon gets here. The Suns fell apart at the end of that season. They lost the finals. They fell apart at the end of this season. Keon rose.
Wait, no. Nope. No. You're not gonna pin any of those things on me. The Suns fell apart before I got here.
But Carson Wentz was traded to Keon's team. I will say that
it might be the only way to offset the curse.
If they fell apart before I got here and fell apart after I got here, maybe they just fall apart.
This is a tough one.
Maybe they just fall apart. If the Diamondbacks were bad before I got here and they were bad now, maybe that's just the Diamondbacks.
The Diamondbacks,
if the Cardinals
weren't that bad before you got
a
here.
complete season,
We
maybe
better
that's
stop
just
before he
Cliff
puts a curse
Kingsbury.
on us.
Maybe that's just Cliff Kingsbury.
We got to stop before he puts a curse on us.
I
think we might be endangered right now.
We're just not going to use logic and reason here on this at all. Okay, cool.
Are you new to this place?
No. Yeah. Okay. All right. When it comes,
listen to the show.
This show has never been about curses, and then all of a sudden we're talking about blaming me.
We're just starting to see, the trends.
But there is no trend because they were bad before I got here.
My Colts weren't bad,
and then your Colts had Phillip Rivers the year before I got here.
Bad.
They collapsed with Phillip Rivers, did they not?
Suns didn't have Phillip Rivers.
Your Colts did.
Yeah.
The Suns weren't bad, but the Suns weren't bad this year either. I got here and the Suns won more games in the regular season than they did ever. You're welcome. You're welcome, Phoenix.
See what it is? It's misleading.
Phoenix, you're
classic misdirection.
Yep. I think that's right.
I cursed you into the best season ever. You're welcome.
He ran the counter on that. See that?
You're welcome. I'm sorry that I brought a little bit of my Stanley Cup glory, a little bit of my World Series glory, and you got the best season that the Suns have ever had in the regular season.
The Suns aren't eligible for the Stanley Cup.
Your coach is the
Suns
coach
don't
of the
skate
year.
on the ice. What are you talking about?
I couldn't help the Coyotes.
Keon's
okay,
confusing
I'm sorry. I couldn't help the Coyotes. I don't know what to do there. I couldn't bring any other glory. I had to spread it everywhere else. I don't know what to do with the Coyotes.
I don't know why he's so upset.
Do you have a hockey team?
The Capitals.
Oh.
The winningest team since 2010 if we're just going to go regular season wins. Come on.
Did they win? Were they in the playoffs this year?
Yeah.
They were?
Yeah.
We don't watch a lot of hockey. But then, you show up and all of a sudden they don't have an arena. The Coyotes don't have an arena, and they got to bunk up with the ASU students, and only have 5,000 people watch them every year.
Can't put that on me. I watched that whole.
We can because that happened while you were here.
Okay, that happened while everyone else was here too. I don't understand that.
I don't know what you mean.
Put this on other people, Keon.
Of course, I can put this on other people. Why are you putting this on me?
Take responsibility, Keon.
I can't take responsibility for something I didn't do.
Lacrosse guy says, thanks, Keon. My son's lacrosse team lost the high school championship because of you.
Wow.
Okay, I don't even watch lacrosse. So I can't, again, if you're going to pin this on somebody, pin that on somebody that watches lacrosse.
George says Keon brought his Tennessee Vols bad luck to ASU, and his Washington DC bad luck to the local team.
I am not a Tennessee volunteer. I never went to Tennessee.
And look what happened. He came here, and all of a sudden ASU's program. It's starting to fit now.
Was it all of a sudden?
Nice.
Did Herm Edwards violate every rule that they said that you shouldn't do during COVID before I got here? Oh, he did. Oh, I guess that wasn't
Sooner
me.
Says Keon gets here and I lose $1 million in the stock market.
See that?
Okay, I got to stop you on that. I don't believe you ever had $1 million.
I don't believe.
Sorry, Boomer. That's it. That's a lie too big. Bala 51 says, can Keon go on a 6-month vacation starting in September? Because we'd like to win some football games. Thunder Snow says, oh my God, the Keon curse is real.
Okay. Again, you're saying you're following a trend, but the trend was happening before I got here. So you're just blaming me for something that was already.
Who are we going to listen to? You or all the people on the text line who are confirming the treachery of your curse? You may not even know you're doing it.
You don't even have to believe me. Just look at what your team was before I got here. Look at what happened after I got here and know, it's the same. The same thing happened. In fact,
Boogie says, I was the Premier League champion until Keon got here. Now I'm out of the Premier League.
Boogie, blame yourself.
Yeah, you could probably blame yourself on that.
I'm definitely not accepting responsibility for your fantasy team. My team wasn't even good, much less putting me to blame for what you've done with your stuff. No, sir.
We have to take a break. We lost Randy on the feed, so let's get him back. And when we come back, we're going to go ahead and move on to other football things. It's the Daily Blitz. I'm going to be squinting at you all the time now, wondering, am I being cursed? Am I being cursed?
You're not being cursed because I haven't cursed it.
But that's exactly what a guy who's cursing would do and say, wouldn't it? You know what I'm saying?
Nonsense. If I could curse people, I would curse the Dallas Cowboys. They'd never win another football game.
It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now, you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
The NBA Finals set to resume on Wednesday night as the Warriors and the Celtics will match up in Boston. Series even 1-1 after the first two games are played in San Francisco. Boston is considered a 3.5-point favorite on Wednesday night. The over-under at 212.5. Even though Boston is considered the favorite to go up 2-1, the Warriors remain the favorite to win the series. They pay out at -115 on the money line, while the Celtics pay out at -105. So still almost a pick 'em. Steph Curry remains the favorite to win the Finals MVP, paying out at -115. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic.
Go yard all June long with $5 Dinger Tuesdays on FanDuel Sportsbook. This season, all customers will get $5 for every home run hit by both teams when you place a $25 to hit a home run wager on Tuesday MLB games. Randy from the Daily Blender here. And the best part about Dinger Tuesdays is even if your bet loses, FanDuel will pay you $5 for every home run. So what are you waiting for? Pick your home run hitter and turn big swings into big wins. There's no better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sportsbook. Head over to your FanDuel account or download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code Randy1580. That's Randy1580. Remember, you got to be 21 or older and present in Arizona. Bonus issued as a non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $25. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342.
If you're an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits and the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
You can hear the grunts of pain. You can smell the workout sweat. You can feel the muscles straining. And even if you can't, we can.
And that's all that really matters.
NFL training camp.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Here we go.
It fills the senses.
Well, everyone's but yours.
Get the latest info, insights, and breaking news here.
Respect what it is we're doing here.
On your home for the NFL, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
It is a Tuesday, June the 7th, here on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic, the daily blender in effect here on our final hour. And are the NBA Finals ever going to happen again? I know we got game 2 out of the way. 1 or 2. It's tomorrow. Huh. Well, I guess they needed this much time. Anyway, the NBA Finals are here. Your chances to score big are on FanDuel Sportsbook throughout the finals. FanDuel giving new customers $200 in free bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Bet the money line, bet the point spread, bet the player props. There's a whole lot of options for you to bet. You can get that $200 in free bets when you place a $5 bet. And remember, get your winnings, make your winnings even bigger with the same game parlay. So you can take, who's going to win game 3, for example, which player is going to go over 35 points. Who's going to have the most assists in the game? There's a bunch of ways you can build a parlay. Sign up with promo code Randy1580, which I understand has been blessed and also has been lab tested to be the most luckiest code. Mm-hmm. So Randy1580. And if you haven't tried FanDuel, now's the perfect time to give it a shot, because the only thing sweeter than watching the finals is cashing in on all the action. Join today with promo code Randy1580. Turn that $5 bet into 200 shimoleons in free bets, win or lose. Make every game feel like Game 7 with FanDuel Sportsbook, the official partner of the NBA. 21 and older, present in Arizona. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire 14 days after you get them. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. And I've got to talk to somebody about this Game 7 line in here. After what the Suns went through at Game 7. That terrible showing the Suns had in Game 8. They should, make every game feel like the final game instead of Game 7. You know what I mean? So Game 7. Well, the Suns lost in Game 7.
Yeah.
And it's still a little painful for me.
It's all right.
Maybe I'll change that instead of make every game feel like Game 7. Make every game feel like the greatest game ever.
We weren't even talking about the Phoenix Suns or that dismal Game 7 loss to the Mavericks. Yeah. And for some reason, 2467 texts in and says, the Valley wants to see them re-sign DeAndre Ayton back this offseason. We weren't even talking about. So I'm thinking, how I will call out when I think there's a bot on the Twitter that enters into one of our conversations and just out of nowhere, like detached, you could tell. And you go look at, they got like 8 followers and you're like, wait a minute. I think this is a bot. And I think we have a text line bot, because 2467, we were talking about how Keon curses our teams ever since he moved here. And 2467 is The Valley wants to see them re-sign DeAndre Ayton back this offseason. No, hi, how are you? Hello, hey. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a bot.
I don't think the Valley wants to see us sign DeAndre Ayton. I think it's probably a 50-50 split if you want to know, but honestly.
That's the same kind of stuff that we see texted in to the show.
Yeah.
Or tweeted at us. And I'm pretty sure it's a bot, and who knows who the hell they work for.
Well, wait and see what kind of activity happens in your absence here the next week or so. I'll keep my eye on them.
Cowboy Sparky says Keon gets here and the temperature outside got higher. Thanks, Keon. Bala 51 says, well, now we know why COVID's back. Sideshow Bob says, no curse for me. My team won a Super Bowl. Shut up, Sideshow Bob. Happy Lefty says, timeline suggests that it's actually Phil's fault. Keon, what do you say to that?
I would say that makes more sense. There were things that started
desperate
happening.
to get this off his back.
I mean, listen, yeah.
The old switcheroo, Keon?
I do not enjoy being blamed for the sports team's failures in the Valley when I did not do it. And more to the point, the fact that, look, I don't mind when people, mock me, but when you start dragging my teams into it, I brought my team's luck to the Valley. I did no such thing.
Well, we're talking about the sucky ones.
Well, okay, you can't do that. You can't pick and choose just the bad ones.
Are you expert in curses?
But also,
are you an expert in curses?
No, I'm not an expert.
And you don't know what you're talking about.
So then how could I have cursed them?
Because you're not an expert in curses. You have nothing to say here. If you are an expert in curses, you've proven my point, and you have cursed our teams. You can't win here, Keon.
How could I have cursed them? I didn't want to have to do it this way.
I think we got Keon's flash anger. We went mining for it, and we got oil.
You might have touched on it. I look, my teams, even the bad ones, I love them. Okay, and so you start going at those teams. We might have a problem.
You talking about the racist football team one, or which one?
Well,
the one with the racist football team name.
Well,
the horrible owner.
That being the chief among them, yeah.
And the horrible field that drops live sewage on people.
Yeah. How
they that one?
They don't fail in any way like the Cardinals fail. The Cardinals fail in their own way. They're very different how they go about these things. This cannot possibly be my fault.
Ooh, FedFan, you're right. Didn't Phil move to Washington, D.C.? Coincidence? Connection?
I don't think so.
Boogie says there's only one way to save the season for the Diamondbacks, and that's to get the ballpark packed again. You put a pool in every section. There you go. Or allow paintball guns in the game. That sounds like a nightmare, to be honest. Ukla says blaming Keon is like blaming past hosts for killing horses. Well, no, that was way more true.
That was real. Yeah,
that was a true.
That was
thing.
for sure real. That really happened. Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says, wait, Keon can't win. Yeah, see, he does have a lot in common with the Phoenix teams then, doesn't he?
Damn.
It's time now for Keon Rose's not quite, well, it's actually late, but it's not the quite top five thing. It's a five.
So what do you say?
It's Keon Rose's not a quite top five at not quite five.
It's a...
it's the Keon Rose.
Yeah.
Top five at not quite five.
Top five.
Yeah, that thing. Go ahead, Keon.
All right. So here is the top five for the day, and it's the NFL. It's coming back around, and
thank God.
Yeah, I know. We're inside of the 100-day window of the NFL. I don't
95 days.
No. There's a better way to do it. Don't count days, count weeks. It's less if you count the weeks.
Oh?
Do the math and count weeks from now on.
Okay.
Well, I'll have to do the math later because I'm bad at math.
Yeah, we're bad at math here.
So
47 weeks.
I don't think that's
I
right.
threw that out there.
Yeah,
was that close?
Yeah, there's 40.
If it's like 90 days
year,
and it's 7 days in a week, then it's like 10 or 12 weeks.
Okay. 10 or 12 weeks.
12 weeks or something.
To football.
Go ahead, Keon.
And so our top five, not quite at five, are the five greatest NFL organizations.
Right now or ever?
I did it right now.
Yeah, I'm going right now. Where it's just how they're run, how much winning do they do? Those are the criteria involved.
Okay. I've got this. All right. So do I get to go first?
Yes, you get to go first.
I figured maybe you'd be cranky about the whole curse thing.
I mean, I am, but I put those things to the side. I'm a professional.
You trying to say that we're not professional? Do you hear that, Randy? He says we're not professional.
Well, I mean, first he curses us with his terrible
maybe
team
I should
curse,
say I am
and now he's
also.
got-
I am
like
also
you said,
a professional.
he's now cursing us, Jeffco.
Yeah, but we're not professionals. He's right. All right. So number 5, my Indianapolis Colts. Say what you will about Jim Irsay being nuts and out there on the shrooms, but he's hired the right GM. And the organization, while struggling to get in the playoffs, has been sound and consistent. Good players, good play, keeping under the cap, all around solid organization. Just got to turn that into some playoff wins. But in general, everybody involved with the organization, it's a happy place. They do a lot of stuff for the community. They do a lot of stuff with charities. And, you can't say that they have not got a good thing going there ever since they got rid of Greasy Grigson, the old GM. Irsay, he's a train wreck of a human being, but, like Jerry Jones, he knows how to do the business and, well, okay, Irsay gets out of the way, Jones doesn't. But still, so I'd say the Colts would be my number 5. Number 4, the Chiefs. It wasn't too long ago. They were one of the worst, most toxic teams in professional sports. Clark Hunt's like, I think I'll clean house. Brought in John Dorsey and Andy Reid. They got themselves, a Super Bowl. They got themselves Patrick Mahomes. It's a winning team. And if you think they're done, you're mistaken. But ever since they brought in Andy Reid, they've won 70% of their games during the regular season. So, listen, the Chiefs, that is a solid organization. Number 3 for me, sorry, Randy, but it's the Rams. You can't say that they have not righted that ship because, they undid the stuff that was done by Jeff Fisher, and they have really turned this team around, made some brave moves. Made some, great signings, and they have been just one of the best injury prevention teams out there in the league ever since they brought the team from St. Louis to Los Angeles. So they're keeping people healthy. They just signed Aaron Donald to ungodly money, which is a good thing to do because he's an ungodly good defensive player. So the Rams have got their bleep together pretty good. I think the Packers, number 2, have always been a solid organization. They don't have a singular owner. It's a corporation. And a lot of the fans happen to have their own little share of that. And they've just always been a team that's hanging around. Now there's questions on whether or not Aaron Rodgers is going to have somebody to throw to and whether or not his star is going to fade a little bit since he's lost his number 1 wide receiver. But yeah, I'd say that that's a pretty damn good organization. I will be shocked if we all don't agree that the Patriots, even though it's been some down years, even at this moment, that is probably the best organization in all of NFL football. I mean, 6 Super Bowl titles. It wasn't just Tom Brady. There was also Bob Kraft spending the money. There was also Bill Belichick coaching and cheating. I don't care much for their cheating ways, but they know how to get things done. When Josh McDaniel tried to leave and they knew that was going to hurt what they were trying to do, old Bob Kraft dropped a bag of money on his desk and he's like, think I'll stay. So right there, you got an owner who will do what it takes. You got a coach who will do what it takes. And, they're pretty good at, bargain shopping players. That is the whole thing with Belichick. He likes to bargain shop those players. And he's damn good at it. So I'm going to say the Patriots, you can't win 6 Super Bowl titles, been to 11 Super Bowls in overall recent time. How do you not say they're the number 1 organization in football? There you go. That's my top 5.
That is a good list. Randy, you ready to go or?
Oh yeah, no, I'm ready to go. And number 5 on here, I've got the New England Patriots number 5. Although a very well run, a very good machine. They cheating bastards. But they, you know what? They haven't. You bring in Cam Newton, really? Really? That's not very well run organization post Tom Brady to bring in Cam Newton.
That was a lark. They knew the season was toast.
Number 5.
Hurt him.
And number 4, I have the Cincinnati Bengals, who used to be the laughing stock of the NFL. And when Marv Albert was that the guy that was the coach? Oh, I'm sorry, it's Marvin Lewis. When he was there, they kept going to the playoffs, couldn't get over the hump, kept going to the playoffs, couldn't get over the hump. Finally got rid of Marvin Lewis or Marv Albert and his Tijuana Brass. And they kind of did a restructuring of that team. And look what they did this past season. I think they're on the upward swing. I think they're trending up. So Cincinnati Bengals at 4. At number 3, I have got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who had a pretty good nucleus. They had a pretty good team. But when you add the 6-time, 7-time, 8-time, how many damn rings does he have? 12? You add TB12 in the mix. It proved to be instant Super Bowl. Yeah, there was that meltdown with AD or AB or whoever it was when he threw his pads and his gloves and he kind of melted. But they've got a hell of a lot of talent on that team. Hey, if I got a hell of a lot of talent on that team. So that's number 3. Number 2, Buffalo Bills. I think they're right on the verge of a Super Bowl championship, and I think they brought in a wealth of talent there. They got Diggs from Minnesota, brought him in. They Josh Allen there, that gunslinger style. They've fixed a lot of holes there, and I think that organization is committed to win. And now they want the community to pay for a $5 billion stadium. Hell, they ain't nothing but a pile of winners there in Buffalo. Number 1, I hate to do this, Cardinal Nation, but I got to speak the truth. The Los Angeles Rams. They just made Aaron Donald the highest paid non-quarterback in the history of the damn NFL. And why wouldn't you? The guy's a beast. And where do they keep coming up with this? They get rid of their picks and they start picking up free agents and they're unafraid to spend some damn money. And that's what got them Matt Stafford, for God's sakes, 12 years in Detroit. He was wasting away there. And they brought him in here, an instant Super Bowl championship. See what I mean? Los Angeles Rams, my number 1.
All right, so here's what we got to do. We have to take a break. We come back. We'll hear Keon Rose's top 5 NFL organizations right here on the Daily Blender on 1580 The Fanatic.
Hi, this is Nick LaCapria with the Daily Sports Quiz. Well, in Major League Baseball's World Series, only one World Series has ever ended with a runner being thrown out. That runner is a huge name. Name him. The answer coming up on the Daily Sports Quiz.
Nick LaCapria's Daily Sports Quiz brings you a different question from the world of sports each day. If you want even more questions from the world of sports, visit Nick LaCapria's new website, sportstrivia.org. You can test your sports trivia knowledge and get answers to some great questions from the world of sports trivia. Sportstrivia.org. It's free, it's fun, and it's challenging. If you like the Daily Sports Quiz, you'll love sportstrivia.org.
The answer to today's Daily Sports Quiz: name the only player to ever get thrown out stealing a base to end the World Series. The legendary Babe Ruth, who in 1926, with his team down 1 run, attempted to steal second base and was thrown out. I'm Nick LaCapria with the Daily Sports Quiz.
At Wendy's, we make breakfast better, like with our Breakfast Baconator. Better from top to bottom bun. Savory sausage patty, better. Crispy oven baked bacon, better. Fresh cracked egg, better. The Breakfast Baconator might just be the greatest breakfast sandwich of all time. So you can keep settling for not better, or you can get a better breakfast from Wendy's. Tough choice. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's better breakfast.
Participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Business people like it straight and to the point. So here it is. Bruce Jacobs here to tell you take control of your utility expenses by calling Harmon Solar right now. They can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with 0 down and no payments for 12 months. Level your energy costs. Protect yourself from inflation. How's that for straight and to the point? Here's more. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
Well, Mrs. Grayer, nothing on the x-ray that pinpoints the source of the pain. Let's send you to our lumbar expert.
After reviewing the x-rays, I can't see anything wrong. Let's give you a steroid shot for the pain and send you to the lab for some blood work.
Tired of the runaround? How about trying a new approach? The holistic approach.
At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our medical doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. Our naturopathic doctors can restore pain-free joint function and restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves both immediate physical symptoms and also improves cognition and emotional stability. If traditional medicines aren't working, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
Download our free sports app and stay up with all the latest sports news, scores, highlights, and more. Or stream us live anywhere
at 1580thefanatic.com.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, Arizona's home for sports.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Okay, Grumpy Bear, your turn. Keon Rose with his top 5 best run NFL organizations right now.
Yeah, I'm going to go number 5. I'm going to go the San Francisco 49ers. I think that they make a lot of good decisions when they go out and draft and acquire free agents. And, you know, they're the team that was able to draft Deebo Samuel, a wide receiver, and figure out how to use him in a variety of different ways. And if they can work out a deal with him, they'll have that thing going. They went to a Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo, I think, despite Jimmy Garoppolo. And then they got nearly back again on a couple of other occasions where they were able to run over the Packers on their way to the NFC title game. I just like the way that John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan work together. And if they hit on Trey Lance, I think that organization is moving in a direction that I really, really like. Number 4, I'm going to go the New England Patriots. They are, consistent, but there are things that are weak there. I would put them higher, but Bill Belichick is actually very bad at drafting. They haven't been able to consistently get wide receivers around the quarterbacks that they've had there. The running game has been hit or miss for them. Every time they get a running back, it's who knows if the guy turns out to be any good. But Bill Belichick can coach a damn defense. And if Mac Jones continues to improve, the Patriots will be around like they always are. Number 3, I'm going to go Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was just one of those situations where you just add Brady. They had an incredible defense before. They had incredible wide receivers with guys like Mike Evans. And then you add Brady to the whole situation and immediately go to a Super Bowl and win it. And I just think that they're going to continue rolling along. They're going to have to figure out how to replace Brady, but that's a problem that they now have to wait another year for. So it's not an immediate issue. They're going to be Super Bowl contenders again. Number 2, I'm going to go LA Rams. They fresh off of a Super Bowl in another situation where they were just a quarterback away. They grab Matthew Stafford and they bring him in. Aaron Donald, obviously, they go out and get Jalen Ramsey. The Rams have an embarrassment of riches right now, and they're a team that swings big for the fences when they think that they have an opportunity to win. That is the marker of a great organization to me. And number 1, I've got the Kansas City Chiefs because the Patrick Mahomes star is rising right now, and you got a good young quarterback, and then they found ways to surround him with talent, which basically just put a bunch of fast guys around Patrick Mahomes and let him and that big arm do the rest. And their defense is never great, but it's good enough to get the job done. So that is my top 5 of the 5 best run organizations.
How can you never go first?
I've gone first before.
I remember you ever going first.
I remember one time you told me to go first because
it sounds like me.
Yeah,
I don't remember it.
I don't recall exactly what the 5 was, but you told me to go first. I did go first at least once.
I'm a little bit upset that neither of you picked the Colts at all. It's a little bit sad to me. I mean, that's clearly a well-run organization.
It is. To me, it's just the lack of playoff success is the only reason I had them out by 5.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to the text line and get caught up for Big Georgia sports history. Cowboy Sparky says, "Thanks, Keon. I just spilled hot coffee on myself for the first time."
You're welcome.
Doc Mike says, "New Top Gun, same as old Top Gun. An ocean of testosterone on top of bedrock of homoeroticism." I don't know about the homoeroticism in here. I mean, I didn't really get that from the beach football scene like you may have. And I didn't get that from the beach volleyball scene either. I mean, I'm secure enough in my own manhood that I can see people. But by the way, who the hell's this Doc Mike guy?
His new texter we had last week when you were on assignment.
We got another doctor? Because
Doc Mike, yeah. 35 years ER experience, I believe.
Now we have a surgeon and an ER doctor. We are set, man. Well, nice to meet you, Doc Mike. And I guess there's only as much homoeroticism in there than I guess that you're looking for. Joe the Show says, crazy fact, I'm proficient in curses. Every time I cheat on a woman, she just comes back instead of leaving. Take it from me, Keon is cursed. What the hell are you talking about?
Huh?
Kiss the Cook says, since you badmouth my Cowboys, it's no longer to blame. You are now responsible, Keon. Sideshow Bob says,
I wish I was
Keon. Just wanted to say that. Gamecock says, Keon's the type of guy to put ice in his beer. He would never do that.
Oh my God, no.
Come on now.
No.
You might want to accuse him of a curse. You may not besmirch him as a human being that would do ice in beer.
How dare you?
September 8th is the kickoff, Hefty Lefty. It's 3 months from tomorrow. That comes out to 12 or 13 weeks. See, 12 or 13 weeks, or however many weeks it is, sounds less than saying 99 days. It's like 13 weeks. I'm like, wow, that sounds pretty quick, doesn't it? 13 is less than 99. That's all I'm saying.
I can see it.
Thunder Snow says, Keon definitely just said you guys are not professionals. Yeah, so did we. So
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Have you heard the show?
Yeah. Ukla says Packers are commies. You can't sell your share for a team of the team for a profit, by the way. Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, I mean you can understand why they would do that though.
Big George says Randy sounded drunk during this version of Top 5 and not really 5. So I have to give the edge to Jeffrey O'Brien on this one. Sorry, Randy. Maybe next time this segment should be done at the beginning of the show, not after 5 when happy hour started in the Randy White household.
Well, you know what? It's not a competition, but thank you anyway. And I'll pour myself a new one.
Blissful Hayes says the Colts are so well run, they lost to the worst team in the NFL in the last 2 years. He's not wrong, but he's wrong. Goose's last player ride says, love the show, guys. Heading to work now. Thanks for the laughs. Where do you work? Goose's last plane ride. We're curious. We just met you. We want to know more about you. So
tell us more.
Tell us more. Tell us more. It's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back of the year 1892, Jack Doyle became the first player to record a pinch hit when he singled coming off the bench to bat for the Cleveland Spiders pitcher George Davies in the Spiders' 2-1 loss to the Brooklyn Bridegrooms at Brooklyn's Eastern Park. The 22-year-old utility man would finish his 17-year career going 3 for 5. That's 600 as a pinch hitter. Later, tight end for the Indianapolis Colts. Back to me, John.
Wow. How about that?
Jack Doyle right there.
How about that? Wouldn't that 1880, wouldn't that, we should be onto this music, shouldn't it? 1880?
No, Randy.
Old-timey, isn't it?
What we've determined is the first On This Date in Big George's sports history is just on this date. If I do a second one that is prior to the year 1930, then it counts as old-timey sports history.
So it doesn't matter what the date is. If it's 1880, could be 1770, 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Could be any of those dates, and I still use the On This Date in Big George's sports history music.
That is correct.
Huh?
That is correct.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of got tired of doing that voice.
Huh?
It's a bit of a dainty, you know? I don't know. Random texter says, you mean to tell me, gentlemen, you come home from a long day at work, you're quite parched, and you realize the 12-pack you brought home the previous evening, you forgot to put in the fridge. Completely wrong. Is it completely wrong? Is it wrong to put those on a glass of ice until the other ones get cold?
Yes. No, here's what you got to do.
You don't pour it over ice. You stick the can in the freezer for a little bit.
Yeah, you put the can in the freezer, a couple cans in the freezer. But here's what you do. You always have Old Faithful. You get your beer mug or your beer glass, You put that in the freezer, okay? And that sits in there all the time, and it's getting all that nice cold air on it. So if you have a sort of warm beer, you drop that in that icy mug. You don't put ice in your beer. You put the beer in an icy mug. It cools it off while the other soldiers are, getting cold there in the freezer. You're waiting for those. You see what I'm saying?
Or be patient, you alcoholic. It'll be cool soon enough. Just take a moment.
Wait, I am not putting. I don't care how warm the beer. I'll drink it warm before I put ice in it.
Nah, you don't want to put ice in it, man.
You can drink Guinness room temperature.
But not if it's like in the garage and it's a day like today.
Who's leaving beer in the garage?
Well, some people do that, and I'm
Nobody
just saying,
does that.
Nobody does. You don't want to do that.
No, nobody does that. You don't sound drunk at all, Randy.
Yeah,
888-368-1580. And by the way, we got some time here. We got some time. What do you say? We spin the wheel of sports, Randy, and let's see what we talk about next. All right, so Sean McVay got married to a girl who looks like she married Sean McVay, but that was not the interesting thing when she married her, his Veronica. They got married over the weekend in Beverly Hills. A couple things about that: Odell Beckham Jr. crashed the party, and two, they had a Lombardi Trophy wedding cake. And Sean McVay had he changed his outfit from the black tux to a white smoking jacket kind of thing, and he performed with the band. Most times a wedding is about the girl, I thought.
Yeah.
Not if you're
so
Sean
much.
McVay.
Not so much this time. What woman says yes to a Lombardi Trophy wedding cake? The kind of woman who's ready to take half your stuff as soon as you sign the next extension. That's the kind of woman. Because did you ever met a woman who'd be okay with you having a Lombardi Trophy wedding cake?
Maybe she's just, that's what turns her on. She's really into football and the Lombardi Trophy. I mean, that it gets everything happening for her.
I'm suspicious.
Maybe she wants to hear her new husband singing some, swanky tunes with a white smoking jet. Maybe that gets it going for her.
They sang California Love.
Hey, well, there you go. I mean, why doesn't that work? Come on. Sean McVay singing California Love? Come on. I mean, next you're going to tell me Katy Perry was there and she did her California song, California Girls.
Hefty Lefty says, please tell me her maiden name was Vaughn. No, it's Veronica Common. Khomyn. Common. I don't know what it was, but she looks like just the kind of girl who'd marry a guy in skinny jeans. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You said she looks like the kind of person who would marry Sean McVay, and then I Googled it. And she looks. Yeah.
I'm not
It's
lying.
the only way to describe her. It's literally the only way to describe her.
Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, you're jealous. No, my wife loves football. My wife hotter than I deserve. I'm not jealous at all. But when you can sometimes tell the ones who are going to make it and the ones aren't, sometimes you're surprised.
This one's not going to make it. It's going to be a flame out.
It's not going to make it. This is not going to make it.
Okay.
This is LA. This was so much fake plastic LA. Wow. I mean, that's Sean McVay too. He might be good at the football, but he's LA. Yeah, he's very LA. Veronica, oh my God, she's LA.
She's almost too LA.
Hey, remember when you're too young, Keon? Remember, Randy, you get those Halloween costumes we'd get, the little plastic mask with the rubber band on it, and you put it on and you'd have to smell it all night. Oh, that smell. I'm pretty sure Veronica smelled like that walking in the room.
Oh, geez.
Just nothing but plastic. Just that. Huh.
Wow.
I don't know how many parts of this are real, but I don't think many. I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but but
she's a silicone sister.
I'm thinking years, not decades. That's all I'm saying. Because no woman would let you do that otherwise. No woman. Commando Duke says, as a Commander fan, please give our your top 3 or 5 worst organizations. We do not have time for that. And unfortunately, the Commandos are all 5. Random Texter says
the Browns exist. That's not true.
The wedding is not going to make it. Kind of like Lyle Lovett, Julia Roberts didn't make it. Yeah, pretty much like that. Big George says, Jeffrey, I hope you have a safe trip to Palm Springs. You'll be missed on the show. Watch out for that CHP speed trap in Blythe. Yeah, which way is that going, by the way? Because I was hauls balls through there just the other night, man. When I was coming back from California this last weekend, and I was thinking, it's like, it's Arizona. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. You know, once you get through the Arizona border, you're golden at like any speed. But going the other direction, I think is what you're talking about, right? I do tend speed limit going one way, Mad Max and just Fury Road on the other way. Bruno Baller says, hey guys, just checking in. Want to see if I can get this text read before the end of the show. Sorry, you can't, Bruno Baller. We don't have time. Thunder Snow
don't have
says,
enough time. Yep.
You never put ice in your beer. Otherwise, you're just drinking what? Coors Light?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Straight fire.
And with that,
wow.
All right, I will. I'll be back as soon as I can, but don't worry, Keon and Randy, they got you covered along the way. Who knows if things aren't too crazy? I might pop back up here and there from show to show. But everybody have fun. Everybody, Wang Chung tonight. I might be drunk. It's possible. Keon, you better not be grumpy when I come back. He's like, I'm never grumpy when you're gone. That's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.